right, y'all. There we go. There we go. What up? What up? What up? What's
What,
good,
what's up?
everybody?
What's going on?
It's
Locked and
good, bro.
loaded in the building. Mr. Nobody in the building. Lucky in the building. What's good?
Your world, man. Your world.
All
We all
right. What
for it.
up? All right, chat. What's good? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Hope y'all doing well, man. Hope everybody out there is doing well. Welcome to another episode of Live at 5. Listen, let me tell you something, okay? If you've never watched this live stream before, you're in for a good time, okay? So welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. I appreciate the support. I need you to do me a favor, okay? I need you to hit the like button if you have not already done so. And if you like the content of today's live stream, consider subscribing to the channel. It ain't gonna cost you nothing. It's free. And one more thing, after you subscribe to the channel, be sure to hit the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a new video or I do a live stream. All right, how that sound? All right, y'all. So look, we're gonna get into it. Let me see. Let me pull up this right here because the team don't know what it is that we talking about, right? And I like it better when it's like that because see, I don't want nobody to have the opportunity to go and do some work behind the scenes to figure out what it is they're going to say and what they're going to come up with. And they're going to Google it and see what other people are saying. I want it to be off the top of the head. I want them to just be surprised and just, for the most part, be authentic with whatever it is that we're talking about. All right. So we're going to get it in. Listen, the last live stream, me and Locke and Miss Millie, we talked about some things. And one of the things that came up was insecurities in relationships, right? So I don't know if this topic right here is an insecurity or not. I don't know, but I guess I'll find out today. Should you cut off friends or a particular friend for a relationship? What y'all think about that?
No.
No.
Say no.
Just no. Just like that. Just
I think it depends on what this friend, what's going on with them, with my relationship. You coming in
Okay.
between it, becoming a problem, putting stress on me. All those little things.
Right. Okay. And
Jealous.
What up?
Lock. You say no, just out the gate, or does it depend? Are there some?
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's. I don't think it's really cutting off your friends. Or I'll say that there's this thing that I have, and I know I'm not the only one, but there's a certain amount of people that you take one place, a certain person you take one place, but you don't take that person to the other places.
Okay.
So I don't think so. Is that cutting off the friendship, or is it you can't move everywhere I move? You kind of get what I'm saying?
I get that. I don't think that's necessarily cutting off a relationship. Just everybody ain't built for everything. You know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
So I think that the people you have, they are what they are. You can keep them. You ain't got to cut them off.
Yeah. I thought he was looking at it more of, let's say if you were in a long-term relationship and your friends, coming in between that.
No, I still say no.
So you choose friends over dude, I guess.
I don't choose one or the other. I just feel like if you in a if you have friendships and someone's coming into the relationship.
Be clear when you say coming into the relationship.
Right.
Be clear.
Coming into the circle. So if you're starting a relationship, I just told you that certain people can go and certain people can't go. So I could take these friends here, but I can't take these friends on this side where I'm going on this side. But I could take a group of friends over there with me. It's the same thing in a relationship.
Man, I wish I had like I said, if you had told me this what we was doing, I would have got this clip, man. This lady, something similar happened where they've been friends forever, and this one guy, he ended up marrying the woman, but the friend got mad because she felt he should have did more for her birthday or the anniversary or something. And she went on live and was dogging the dude out and her, like, you should have got more out of it. You should have did this, did that. And she cut her off. And the relationship is over. They've been friends like 10 years or something, but now the relationship is over with because she went online and did that. And it went like 4 or 5 videos telling the story. But I thought that was interesting. I thought the friend was in the wrong though. But they could have fixed it, but I thought the friend just went too far. To me, it seemed like the friend wanted her dude. That's what it sounded like to me. Because he had that money. Yeah, she talking about how much money he had, what he,
I got you. Yeah. So, Locke, let me ask you a question, right? If you're in a relationship with a dude and you've been friends with, let's just say a male, right? You've been friends with a guy, y'all been friends for a long time. And so now the guy that you're in a relationship with, he expresses to you that, he has an issue with, the friendship that you have with this guy and he's not comfortable with it. Would you be willing to cut the guy off or back up? You know what I'm saying? From the guy that you're dealing from your friend.
Well, so let me say this.
Feel comfortable.
Yeah, so from a male's perspective, they see what I don't see, right? And what I mean by that is that I may be saying, oh, he's just a friend, this, that, and the third. And 9 times out of 10, like I always say, your view is better than mine. You can see because you're on the outside looking in. So you could tell me you're uncomfortable and we conversate about what you're uncomfortable. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be like, yo, I don't like this dude for XYZ reason. And for that reason, yes, I would be willing to step back.
Okay. Do you have to find validity in what it is that your man is saying?
No, not necessarily. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Because like I said, you could see from a standpoint that I'm not looking at. I'm like, yo, he's just my friend, blase, blase. And you're like, yeah, he's wanting more than friendship, whatever. And I don't feel comfortable with him being around you. So yeah, like I said, I would cut back. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking of a regular friend. You talking about an opposite sex friend.
Well, hold on. That opposite sex friend can't be a regular friend? What are you saying?
No, I'm just asking. No, because she was saying a guy. I was speaking as one of her female friends.
Well, that too.
Okay, but so now we can talk about that. We can talk about that.
It's the same thing. And the reason I say so the reason I'm saying it could be a male, it could be female, male, it doesn't matter. It's just because where I stand with the whole situation. You understand what I'm saying? Who I am as a person. So yeah, I can see that whomever I'm dating at that point or trying to date would say, hey, I don't like XYZ. I see XYZ. So can you sever the relationship, pull back, whatever. Yeah, I could see it. It's the same thing. It would be the same answer, shall I say.
Okay. So it wouldn't matter whether it's whether it's a guy or a girl, female
No.
Okay. So to you, Mr. Nobody, does that matter? Like out the gate, does that matter? Whether it's a male or female?
No, it doesn't out the gate, it doesn't. It just depends on where that person is trying to position himself in my relationship. Him or her, if you trying to spend time with my woman, saying in between me and her being together and stuff like that, we used to hang out, now y'all want to go, do too much. You're just doing too much. And the same if it's a woman was around, you trying to occupy my time, or her best friend trying to do the same thing, coming in and a lot of it is depend on how that person respect your relationship.
The friend.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: does that not fall on the person that you're in a relationship with to teeter and totter? You know what I'm saying? Like to let that person know.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be on them and not you?
No, I was speaking on myself. No, if it was one of my friends. So if it's her friend, I'm gonna put that off on her to fix that.
Okay, but you would say something if it's not.
Oh yeah, definitely.
To your comfort level.
Yeah, you gotta say something because they won't know. So like I said, you gotta let people know if it's it's becoming an issue. Like sometimes you have people around, they just doing some shit you shouldn't be doing. It's like, hey man, you need to.
It causes problems in your relationship. In your since you're married, it causes problem in the marriage. Although like you could be a person that doesn't argue or whatever, but it causes tension in the relationship. And so to not have that tension, you tend, well, for me, I just would just back off. You know what I mean? Just like, hey, we got to chill right here. We don't need to be hanging out as much as we hanging out or whatever. But it's up to me to have that conversation with my friend, whether it be male or female. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Locke, you singled out marriage, right? But couldn't it still be an issue if it's not a marriage? It could be a long-term relationship and it's not a marriage, or does it hit different when it's
no.
Okay.
A mate, a spouse, or whatever. The right now, you know what I'm saying, the for right now person. It's just for anybody that is. So if you're trying to have something with somebody and somebody is invading on that space, and you're not getting to know the next person that you want to get to know, because that person is impeding on that time. You kind of get what I'm saying? Or they're trying to take you. They're envious of what you're developing, and so they're trying to not have him or her, the new person, be pushing up on you as much as they would like to. You understand what I'm saying?
I hear you. I don't agree that it's envy. Why would it be envy? Maybe that's just the
Because
relationship that they
there are
had.
people
Hold
that
on, let me
have been
finish.
friends forever, and what they want is a relationship, but because they're scared to sever the friendship, they don't press on. But they do envy the relationships that you have outside of them, because they're the pick me and they want to be first. I'm sorry.
But why does it automatically go to envy? Why can't it just be, yo, this is how we've always, you know what I'm saying? This is how we always rock. I'm just looking to keep rocking how we keep rocking. I'm not envious of what you have. I'm just asking because I don't know.
People grow.
That's what I was about to say. Yeah.
People grow, and people want other experiences with different people. And when you have that one somebody, that's why I kind of I like and dislike having long-term friendships, because when the new person comes in, that person that's been stagnant in your life forever, they don't like it. They're like, you used to do those things with me. It becomes a, like I said, pick me. I'm first. I was here.
Hey, Lucky, this one I seen, it hadn't been recent, but it was a couple years ago. These two ladies been friends forever, college, all this stuff. And one of them met a new friend when she moved to another state. And they've been friends like the last probably 10 years. And for some reason, that older friend did not like the new friend.
Right.
And when she would try to bring them all together, hang out and do stuff, and she just did not like this woman. And the one was a nice woman. She wasn't doing it, but she was not, man. She was like, would say little nasty things here and there, be little trying to be a little butthole about it. But eventually the newer friend, she stopped hanging. She cut the relationship. So it was, because she just thought that her friend was too disrespectful. You wouldn't say nothing to her. She didn't want to get into it. She wasn't trying to fight and type and all this. They're all professional women. And so she's like, she just dipped out. And now the old friend is like, I don't know why she, not here and hanging out, why she don't want to be around, why she won't talk to me. Like I told her, I said, well, only you guys know what happened. But yeah, but she's like, she had mentioned a couple of times that friend was, being a little nasty when they come around. I just didn't understand it. She just got jealous that she had a new friend, man. Oh, I mean, these women are older. They ain't no, I'm talking about 50-year-old women. And she got jealous.
Let me ask you this, right? Could it be, because I'm still stuck on the envy thing, right? So, I just want to break it.
Maybe that's part of envy, though.
Listen, I just want to, you know what I'm saying? Just break it down so I fully understand. So if you have two people who are friends, right? And then one of the friends, gets into a relationship, right? And like y'all talked about growth. Sometimes people grow. If someone outgrows me, right? But I'm still looking for what it is that we had. Does that still make me envious because someone outgrew me, or is it just I don't recognize that that person has grown? Like I'm not envious.
I
It's
think they
just
hadn't
I want what
recognized
we
it.
had, but they grow. They
Yeah.
grew.
I think they hadn't recognized it, and their actions are proving something, showing something different. Like you may not recognize, like you see that our relationship is growing. We're trying to spend time together, but you are still hanging around. You know, you
You're
when
not
he
trying to
comes over, you won't leave. You know, that kind of thing. Or he's
you
over
want
there
you
and
don't
you
want to
popping
grow,
up.
you don't want to do shit, you don't want to do nothing, you just want to hang, that's all you want to
Right.
do. And
You
so the
want to be
other
where it used
two,
to be.
the
Yeah.
new friend and yourself, the friend that you brought in, are headed in one direction, and y'all headed on the way up. You understand what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
that one friend that you've been having, it just wants to stay stagnant, just wants to chill,
Yeah.
just wants to be where they are. But they want what you got, but they don't want to do the work to get it. You understand what I'm saying? They see you two working towards something. I don't want to say it's envious, but it is envious when when you're saying I want to go, you don't want to do the work. You're just hanging on.
I've
What
seen it
type
with
of work
guys.
does somebody have to do? I don't understand when you say you don't want to do the work. Break that down to me
Whatever,
because I don't
whatever,
understand.
whatever it takes for them, whatever it takes for them to the new friends to get to where they're going. Maybe they're trying to start a new venture, and this one doesn't want to do it. But this one wants you want to reap the rewards, but you don't want to do the work. So I don't want to say it's envious. It's not. It's not really envious. It's just
When you said envy, I'm
yeah.
thinking
No,
about what you
I mean,
said. I don't
I
know
did say
nothing.
that.
I'm just sitting here.
I did say that. But I mean, hey,
I
it
think it's
is.
still a little envy in there, where especially if that person is happy, life is going great for him, and not so for the other one. I've seen it in guys. I've seen that in guys too, and they get a little mad. Like dude, I mean, dude's just hanging out. He hanging out with another dude. This dude more, involved with doing certain things, business or whatever. So you hanging out with them a little more because they ain't that growth cycle where you want to be. And
Mhm.
this dude is not. So, he feeling some kind of way. Oh, you hanging out with all these blah, blah, blah dudes, saying like he turned almost like I said back in the day, you turn into a woman on me, you know. Now,
Mhm.
yeah. So now you questioning who I'm hanging out with and shit like that. But I've seen that in dudes and they'll flip on them and oh, you this and this. Oh, you think you that now. And only thing I did was I'm hanging out with a different crowd that's moving in the direction I want to go. You ain't
Mhm.
trying to roll with that because that's not who you are. But instead of us
Mhm.
still being boys, you want to trip on it, you know. So
Okay.
I've seen that several times. I just thought
Okay.
it was weird. Like, damn, you can't still be cool with him because he all right.
Yeah. I never really had friends that like how can I say it? I don't know if the right word is commingle. Like I never had except for like friends that I grew up with, like we all lived in the same neighborhood. You know what I mean? But other
Yeah,
than that, anything that I ever did, I had friends over here that this is what we did. You know what I'm saying? I had, homeboys over here, this is what
that's
we
how I
did.
was.
You know what I'm saying? I never had like a
I was a
we
very
all
neutral
Crew,
dude.
like a
Yeah.
crew.
Yeah, I was
Y'all,
a very
my
neutral dude.
only
I had different
crew
yeah,
my only crew was my neighborhood. Like, and that's how we
yeah.
used to roll back then. It was like it was a default crew because that's where you live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You
You can
couldn't
hang
be a
out at
part
so
of
and so
another
house over
crew.
here. You can hang out over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
And
where y'all
so,
at? I'm at so and so house. It was just nobody
right.
got this
Yeah.
stuff I ain't see till I got older. But growing up, nah, it was never none of that stuff. That's why it was weird to me to see older guys trip like that. Like, damn, y'all really
Mhm.
get upset because he, you know?
Yeah. I think that's more
so
like a
so
situation
let
where
me
some
ask
people don't
this.
have nothing, they don't have anything outside of just let me pick up the phone and call. You know what I'm saying? Like they
Right.
don't, I don't know, maybe they just ain't got no life. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
what it is, man.
You know what I'm saying?
They
I
can't
ain't
get
got no life. So whatever it is you doing, I'm just gonna go do that. Whether you know what I'm saying? Oh, what you doing today? Okay, I'm gonna just tag along. What you doing tomorrow? Okay, I'm gonna just tag along. As opposed to there being some type of common you know what I'm saying, activity that that y'all do. Because like I said, my peoples, we never really crossed. The only was the neighborhood. And that still was we had that thing in common. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Was the
Yeah.
neighborhood. You know what I mean? Outside of the neighborhood, We ain't rock with each other. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead. What was you saying, Locke? What were you gonna say?
So, the question that I have is, so you get married, right? And then you got those who say, I don't want anyone in this circle outside of the people that are married, right? So say one of your boys gets divorced. Is he out? As you put him out?
I don't believe in that. I just believe it's their how they move and depend on what they did. Now, I had a rule: if you brought a woman to my house and she met my wife, you can't bring another woman. Like if you dating somebody and you still dating that woman, put it that way, or you married and my wife then met your wife, my wife met your girlfriend, and then the next time, now I'm saying committed relationships, and then the next time you come over, you got another girl, or you married and you come to the house with a girl, and see that's when he probably get, no, don't bring that here.
You say he can't bring another girl, or she says?
No, I'm saying it. I'm saying that was my rule.
Okay.
Don't bring another. If my wife then met somebody you with in a committed relationship, don't bring somebody else because it's gonna make it uncomfortable for her because she's friend with the person that you still have the relationship with. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I
make the rule for that, but I mean I don't
well,
care
I don't want that
what
started
you
at my
house.
House. So
Right. I don't
house.
care what you do, but don't introduce me to your wife and then bring your girlfriends around me. I don't do
that's
that.
what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If my wife met him, you can't pop up next week with somebody else. Oh yeah, this is just my friend. No, you can't do that, dude. Don't come to my house with it. I mean, we walking, that's cool, but just don't bring it to a gathering I'm having. I used to have people come to the house. We used to all hang out at the house doing little stuff. You can't come this week with the girl you've been kicking with for 3 years. And then next week I'm having something, you showing up with some girl you just met at the club not too long ago, I'm like, don't bring those problems to my house. That's all. And so it's just a little respect thing. I don't care what you're doing out there. Just don't bring it around. Don't bring it around me and mine. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Especially the house. Don't bring no problem because, I want nobody busting up in my house, ready to shoot up my house because they see you roll up in there. You might have called and told you got this girl at my house, Shit, gonna have a lot of problems. Had to make me go to the closet, man. Come on.
I got you.
Yeah.
I mean, and that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, even though it's not you that's doing foul or whatever, but I mean, a lot of people have that connotation like birds of a feather flock together. You know what I'm saying? And so sometimes it's like, well, if this is the type of trash you hang out with, then what are you doing when, you know what I'm saying? Although that's not accurate, but
So I'm asking, so he's no longer married. What do you do? Because the concept, because the concept for a lot of married people, I'm not everybody, but the concept is I don't want no one in my circle who's not married. What do you do with your boy that's no longer married?
Well, I can't tell you because I don't roll like that. But I'm still cool with him. I'm cool with him. I got friends that's single. I invite them over to the house and stuff like that when I have stuff. I'm not gonna, he split up. A lot of times they feel uncomfortable coming around if my wife was friends with them. They'll still come around, but it's a difference in them. They feel a little different, just like the woman to come around. It'll be a little different, especially if she bring a new guy and we've been seeing you with this dude for the last 5 years. It's just different. It's just awkward. It's just real awkward. So a lot of times they don't like to bring them around. In my situation, that's what happened. But I don't kick the dude to the curb or the girl to the curb. I leave it up to them. That's not, I can't, that happens between them. I'm not punishing them because, shit happens. You split up. They were still cool with me. As long as we didn't fall out, you can say shit to my wife out the way. I didn't,
Got you.
Yeah,
Got you. All right, check this out. Shout out to Unthink. I've had friends that get jealous when I get into a relationship because I didn't have as much time to hang out with them anymore.
Yeah, I've seen that. I heard people talk about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, mostly been women. But they would say they really got mad at them and trying to make them choose like who your friend gonna be. You gonna be with me or you gonna hang out with them? And put
That's
pressure on them. Yeah, put pressure on them, man. I was like,
that's
damn.
good. Would that be more of a situation where like they were all single and now one? It wouldn't be
Oh,
for the most part like a woman who has a dude and then she's like, well, now that you got a dude, you not hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Would it is it
well, one of them, if one of them was married and two of them wasn't. And it was crazy because the girl, all of them, like, I don't know how it was. But anyway, one of them, like I say, she was recently married and the other two weren't married. And they were always hanging out. But for some reason, she started hanging with someone else, the married woman. And the single woman, one of the single women, was getting mad that she was hanging out with the other. I didn't know the woman she hanging out with
yeah,
probably married.
okay, she's
I don't know.
single, so she don't have no her friend group is getting smaller and smaller because
Maybe
I guess
so.
I don't know, they're getting into relationships and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
so, but she'll be the first one to cut them off when, what I'm saying, she get a dude and now she's in a relationship, you know what I mean? But I can
She
get
was
that.
really
I
trying to
guess I
interfere
can
with the married
understand that.
woman's relationship too. Like I say, she was recently married and she was putting that pressure on her to hang out and do stuff. And I had told the girl, I said, look, man, don't F your marriage up trying to hang out with these single people now. I was like, shit is cool, but you just got married, slow it down a little bit. Let your husband get used to, you going out and doing all this stuff. So, but the girl got mad at her.
Wow. Shout
Yeah,
out
I
to
don't
Unthinking
think they
King.
hang
He
like that
said,
anymore. Yeah.
Unthinking said, I made the mistake of letting a friend in need move in with me and my girlfriend at the
Ooh,
time. That right there.
yeah. Uh-uh.
Um,
I think when you saying all the real stuff out there, I
yeah,
see people do it. I don't know why, but
yeah. Shout out to you, Unthink. Now
yeah,
that right there,
that's
no,
the
that
truth
just couldn't
though.
happen. That couldn't. I couldn't let a man. I don't care if you family.
I'm
That's
telling
just
you,
me.
that's
That's
just
just
me.
me. You
That's me
family?
too. Thank
It's not. Even if you
and
Yeah,
family.
and relate.
I would put you up better or first before I let you move into my house.
That's what I'll do.
Um,
I'll help you get in something else. Yeah,
right.
I'll let you move in.
That wasn't her friend or his friend or whomever Unthink is. That wasn't your friend.
Yeah, they'll come and
And that's
destroy
what I
your
say
stuff.
about and I'm single now, so I throw myself out there a lot, but I'm just saying, like, it's some things that your single friends do um that you just, if you get in a relationship there, you shouldn't do, not that you can't do, that you should
Right.
not do. Right, you can do whatever the hell you want, but that letting somebody, and then letting a friend, you see how that is, letting a friend and then ruin my friendship. And that's what I'm saying, it's not worth it. I'll put you
Mhm.
up first, I'll get you a hotel,
Yeah.
something, but you can't stay here. No.
Yeah, that's what family. Hey, I'll help you get in something new. You need to get an apartment or something. I'll help you pay that down payment on it, whatever, if it's family, or a real close friend. But nah, you
Right.
can't move in here. Nah.
Yeah. That's a tough. I'm not even gonna say that's a tough situation. I mean, I get it, man. Maybe you might have
You
been
can
friends with
crash for
somebody
2
for
days, 2, 3 days
years.
max. But after that, you
Nah,
gotta
you
have a
can't
plan.
crash.
Get up out of here.
Nah, there ain't no crashing at all. I'm sorry. I don't care if you driving through town and you've been on the road for 20 hours and you just need 30. No.
But then it also depends on who that person is. If you know they
No,
nasty,
I'm gonna put you up. That's the whole thing. Like,
yeah.
I'm going to put you up. It doesn't matter. I'm going to put you up. I'm not gonna let you stay in my house because, like I said, you are outsider looking in, and it causes friction in whatever you got going on.
And people
Even
disrespect your
friendships,
home, man.
even friendships. You know how you, like you said, the one girl just got married, the other one was married, and then here comes the friend, and now she's the only one who's single, and she's pissed off, and this, that, and the other. Well, then, when I'm getting married and when we're planning the marriage, and you're knowing in the back of your head that a lot of this shit is going to stop. The signs are showing at that point. So at the end of the day, You kind of get what I'm saying? It's like, no, you got to put your foot down at some point and be like, I'm not doing this. You know what I
Hey,
mean?
Lord, you know what the married girl I was telling you about?
Yeah.
That's the crazy thing. Her friend, now the girl married about a month and a half, and the friend wanted to move in with her because she got kicked out of her apartment.
That's a
And,
no.
and the girl, because she didn't like say you can come stay with us, she got mad at me. Well, you didn't even offer for me to come stay with you.
You're right.
The
You're right.
woman
I
just got
didn't.
married. I mean, literally
You,
a month and a half, and the other woman got like 4 kids.
oh, it's my fault. You ain't got nowhere to stay.
Right. You get
No,
kicked out of
you
your
ain't
apartment, but you mad because I didn't offer you to come stay with us.
good. No,
I was
and I
like,
won't. And I won't.
and I just told that woman, I said, see, you got to pay attention to what people are telling you. Like, she would come to tear that up. She's gonna mess that all up.
Mm-hmm. She
It's
would have
like,
been all in her bed with the man and all kind of stuff.
walk
Yeah,
around with nothing on. You know how that
yeah,
goes. Come out
yeah,
the
yeah,
bathroom with a
yeah,
towel on
yeah,
and
yeah,
shit.
yeah. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Nah,
I could ruin my own stuff. I don't need you to come in here and ruin nothing.
yeah. That's what I say. Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I don't need no help to F up my household.
I could do it myself. You know.
Let
Yeah,
me
well,
let me ask you a
help
question.
you, but
This seems like normal, like stuff that people would kind of, I don't know, I guess not everybody, you know what I'm saying, the same. Everybody doesn't have the same, I don't necessarily want to say moral compass because I don't think it's immoral, right? But the same lines or the same boundaries, maybe. You know what I'm saying? For what might be acceptable for a relationship or what might not be acceptable like in a relationship, or how you deal with people who are now in a relationship. Like you kind of got to understand that the dynamic changes now once somebody gets into a relationship. And so it's no longer that me you type thing. You have to respect the fact that
right,
okay, they're in a relationship, and you know what I'm saying?
But
right,
in the same aspect, when you're courting someone, right? So let's just say I'm the one courting you or whatever, right? I'm the male and I'm courting you. In that courting, the female and her girlfriends, you're not spending as much time with your girlfriends as you were before because you are spending time in the courting season. So in that, them girls should pull back. Them females should be like, oh yeah, whatever. But there's some that want to put pressure and they want you to just do the same things you were doing prior to you meeting this person. You know
right,
what I'm saying? Because, unhappy people. You know what I'm saying? The
yeah,
moment they see you happy, they want to come and crush your spirits or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And not to
right,
say that one person can make another person happy. I'm just saying your situation is bettering. And so then, then they feel like, oh, now she thinks she's better.
mhm,
All that stuff comes up. And so, yeah, I understand where you feel like everybody should be on an even playing ground when you're saying, when it comes to relationships, as far as what you do and what you don't do. But people, like you say, their moral compass is off completely because there's no way that I should be coming to you and saying, hey, and you got a wife or whatever, and saying to you, yo, I'm having some issues. I'm getting kicked out of my house. Can we friends or whatever, right? And I come to you and I be like, hey, I need somewhere to stay. Not even me coming to your wife, right? I should come to your wife and be like, yo, can you put me up for a couple of days? And not say that I'm coming to you to stay in your house. Can you put me up somewhere for a couple of days? Not in your home because you have a
right.
husband. You understand what I'm saying? Some women you have to reiterate, yo, she like, you can stay here with me. No.
Mm-mm.
Can you put me up somewhere? Do you know what I'm saying?
Right. That's the worst
You
mistake
Yeah.
they ever make.
right.
Right?
You could
Yeah, you come stay with me.
no, I trust you. I trust you. No, it ain't that I trust you or don't trust you. Can you put me in a hotel for a couple of days? Period. And
And
no one should come to that opposite sex and ask them that. Or even if they're your friend, like you got a female friend, a friend of the opposite sex, and she been your friend forever. You got a wife now. She don't need to come to you and ask you for a damn thing. She needs to go to your
mhm.
wife and ask your wife.
But
You
either way,
understand what I'm saying?
if they married, don't even ask. Don't
Yeah,
even ask.
I think
Don't
some,
even ask. Ask for some money to get you set up somewhere, maybe. But
Right.
don't come and say, "Can we stay here? Can we move in with you and your husband or you and your wife?"
No.
I'm like,
Can you put
"Nah,
me
bro,
up?
that ain't gonna work. I can help you
Can you
get
put
into
me up
something,
for a
but
couple of days? You know what I'm saying? I'm strapped for cash. Can you help me? Whatever. Can you know what I'm saying? Something of that nature, but not coming. No, can I come stay? Hell no. You can't stay here. And then you get your feelings hurt because you asked a question that you thought you was going to get a yes to. It's a no.
yeah, I've seen dudes that, especially when we was in the military, man, we had
Oh,
one.
we're homeboys. We've been friends forever. I would never. You're the one that
Yeah,
said that they would never. That'd be the first one to do whatever it is that they say they would never do. I'm
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
He on the couch in his underwear while you at work
Yeah.
somewhere. Like, no man ever gonna be sitting up in my house while I'm at work. You
Yeah.
crazy.
If I go
I'm
to
at
work,
work,
you can go to work.
you getting out the house when I leave the house.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lucky.
I wouldn't
Listen,
even.
now,
Let me get this real quick. But even like, no, we know each other. Lucky, if I'm coming down to meet up with you, and you ain't made it back to your house yet, I'm not. Even though I know your wife, I'm not still going in until you get there.
oh yeah, man.
That's
Listen,
I would not go in. I'll sit out there in the car. You come on in. I'll be good. I'm waiting for Lucky to get here.
Right.
That's just how I
yeah.
am. Yeah.
Listen, man. I got a home. I got a homeboy. Like, and it's crazy because like we think alike. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you, if he like drives through my neighborhood or like somewhere in the vicinity of my neighborhood, he would like shoot me a text and was like, "Yo, I was going like over here." You know what I'm saying? I rode through.
Right.
He's not gonna stop at the house and ring the bell and see if I'm home or whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? He don't.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's just crazy because sometimes perception can be crazy. You come and
Yeah.
turning down the street to go into your neighborhood, then you see your homeboy coming out. You know what I'm saying? Out the street. You know what I mean? And you like, where would he be coming from? He don't know nobody in this neighborhood. Like,
But me.
nah, you understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, so you
And
know
then
what
you
I
get
mean?
there like, yeah, he was here. Like, well, how long? What
You know
are you
what I'm
doing
saying?
here? Yeah.
Listen. Let me tell you one time. I got a phone. I was in. Where did I go? Okay, I went to Myrtle Beach. I rode my bike to Myrtle Beach, so my car was in the driveway. So, I got a friend who he's a plumber. So he's all inside a bunch of neighborhoods and stuff like that. So he saw my car in the driveway. He stops and he rings my bell, right? And so I guess like on the camera, my old lady saw it was him. So she was like, I don't know if she was, I don't know what went through her mind because he rides motorcycles with me. So she could have been like, hold on, did something happen? You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
they
I can
ride
see that.
motorcycles together. He
Yeah.
left here on his bike. You know what I'm saying? Like, am I about to get some bad news or whatever? But I was in Myrtle Beach. So she texted me and she said, yo, such and such is at the door. So I'm like, what do you mean he's at the door? And she like, yo, he just rang the bell twice. I said, well, what'd you say? And she was like, I didn't go to the door. I looked at the camera. I saw it was him. What am I going to the door for? I'm texting you now to let you know he.
Right.
So immediately I text him. I said, yo, I think I took a picture, whatever. Like, yo, I'm out of town, man. I'm at the beach, man. Why you at my crib? Oh, he was like, I just happened to, you know what I'm saying? I was in the neighborhood. I saw your car out here. And so, I was like, nah, I'm not home. But then I said, yo, listen, man, if you ever want to just stop by, you gotta send me a text. You gotta do something, man. Just it, you know what I mean? He was like, yo, I didn't think it was that serious. I get that, man. And for everybody, it's different. So this is why I'm having a conversation with you so that you understand. Like, for me, it's just, you know
So
what I
I ain't
mean?
gotta
Like,
say this shit again.
I
I ain't
wouldn't
gotta
do it.
repeat myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't just pop up, especially if you're married, but even if you're single. I'm not just popping up somewhere. I don't know. Maybe I was just raised like that and it stuck with, I don't know, but I'm not just popping up somewhere.
I
Just
never
uninvited.
understood people that do that. They can just stop at somebody's house and, hey man, what's up? And come in like, what you mean? I mean, I'm just chilling, man. Even before me and wife got together, I had my own little place. And I had this dude, we known each other forever, but he would do that. He was bored, I guess. He ride around, stop at my house, think that's what a chill spot for the next couple hours. I was like, hey man, what you got going on? Nah, ain't nothing, man. I said, all right, bro, but you can't chill here like that. I don't mean no harm. I got something going on, or I'm sleeping. I'm trying to catch a nap in between or something. You show up, and then sometimes I don't want no company. You know, I like being by myself.
Yeah.
Bro, hey man, I mean no harm, but you gotta bounce. I'll lie and say I got a girl coming over some shit. You know, you just gotta go, man. You ain't no hangout spot. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I ain't
I'm good.
lying. I'm telling you
This ain't
straight
the
up, man.
kicking
Don't
spot.
ever do
Ain't no
that.
hangout spot. Man. A
I
lot
ain't
of
gonna
people
make a
do
no
that
lie.
to you too now.
Yeah,
They
I'm
want to hang
gonna
out at
just
your
tell you.
house.
Let me
And
tell
I
you
told
straight
them,
up, man. That's me. I ain't even gonna lie. One thing once again say, yeah, I shake my head at myself. At one point I asked a friend if he ever messed with my girlfriend, and he threatened to fight me and get confrontation.
what
Oh
the
man.
hell?
See, you know
Hey,
what? Let
that
me tell
again.
you something,
Put that back up again. Let me read that again.
man. Now, basically, he said that he asked a friend, you know what I'm saying, whether or not he messed with the girlfriend, with his girlfriend.
With
And
his
he threatened to
girlfriend.
fight him. Yeah, if he ever messed with his girlfriend. He stayed at he let his friend stay at his house with
Yeah.
him and his girlfriend.
And he asked him, have you ever had anything with my girl in the past? And he got mad and wanted to fight.
Or maybe even if they didn't have something in the past, is something going on? Did something happen between you and her while you staying here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, sometimes you gotta be careful, man. People are gonna take your kindness for a weakness. You know what I'm saying? And that's the ultimate 10x form of dirty macking right there. You know what I'm saying?
All day.
Because people will take advantage of, you know what I'm saying, your friendship and things of that nature. And nah, you gotta at some point, you know what I'm saying, you gotta stand up to people, because if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And people will test you. You know what I'm saying? And listen, if a man is going to let another man stay, at his place and with his girlfriend, nah, that's just it's inviting. It's letting that man know. It's letting that man know, like, man, you giving me an open invitation.
Exactly.
Nah, that's nah. You got to
And
watch out,
you
man.
know what else, Lucky? I look at how, if I'm hanging with some dudes and how they respond to somebody else's woman. Like you come in with your wife or somebody else's wife, I'm looking to see how they respond to them walking in with their girl. They're like, oh, damn, oh, man, you know what I would do it? See, that's why I don't let people come around like that. Because they'll be fantasizing laying down with your woman, and then you invite them in your house to stay. So, it's already there. They just need to get in the door. That's all they need to get in there.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And so
yeah.
I always listen to people when they talk about other little things. I'm like, oh, okay, so he one of them dudes.
You one of them.
Yeah, you one of them dudes. You go after people's wives and shit, or you go
Yeah.
after somebody's girl. Yeah, yeah. You gotta watch them, man, because they'll say little stuff thinking you that cool with them. I ain't that cool with you, man. Like I had a neighbor telling me he take pictures of the women at his daughter's dancing class.
Oh no.
He said he take little pictures of the women, the mothers there, and he keep them on a hidden app. And I told him, it's like, if you ever see that dude standing out in his garage, because y'all be standing out in front of his garage. He don't live there anymore, but he be standing out in front of his garage all the time. And I said, if you ever see that dude out there, don't go nowhere by that dude. I say, because he up there taking pictures of women.
That's
You telling me you're a creep, but not telling me you're a creep. And saying his wife caught him the first time. And so he hiding the pictures now on some app he got on his phone. It's like, God damn, dude, is that serious?
yeah, he
Yeah,
creepy as hell.
Yeah. But he think he
that's
telling me some guy shit, but I'm sitting looking at him like, shit, nah, bro. Nah.
that's yeah,
You
that's
can't come
right.
over here. Yeah, yeah. You can't come chill over here.
That's creepy as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
Undink said he had to learn the hard way. Yeah, man. You can't
yeah.
trust yeah,
It's
Trust
sad
no
they had
man.
to. It's a lesson you learn. Hopefully, you learned it early, and
Trust no man.
yeah. But
mm,
you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. Some of the lessons, the best lessons are the lessons learned hardest. Is that how that go? Some of the best lessons are the lessons
yeah,
that are learned hardest.
the
You know what
hardest.
I'm saying? Because sometimes people will tell you something all day long, but it's not until, you know what I'm saying, it actually happens that you're like, whoa. You know what I mean? And it just hits harder. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because you see somebody you real in your mind, we real friends, but in their mind, they the get over type. You know, I don't care if you like that. They'll go for your woman. Some of them will go for their kids. You gotta be careful with these dudes. But I just say a predator is a predator. They'll go after anything, and they definitely don't have no heart about breaking up what you have going on. They just don't want to see it. They don't want to see you with no nice looking woman. They don't want to see you growing. They don't want to see you get your first house and all that shit. Then be the main ones to come to your house and make a comment. Oh, this man, I wouldn't never moved over here. You know, that kind of crazy stuff. Like, you gotta be careful about people, man.
Yeah, that's wild, man. And it's let me Locke, I got a question for you, right? Since we were talking about insecurity versus being uncomfortable versus being insecure, right? If a man requests that his wife cut off her male friend, do you think that's because he's uncomfortable? Do you think that's because he's insecure, or could it be something else?
I don't think it's for me it's not insecurity.
Okay.
Because like I said earlier, it's you see something that I don't see, because you are the outsider looking in. You come in here with a fresh pair of eyes, so you see a lot of the things. It's not being insecure.
Okay,
Because
hold on.
Insecure would be, in my opinion, is you can't have no male friends.
That's why I was saying, hold on, let me clarify. He's saying you can't have any male friends.
Well,
I'm the only man that you need. What do you need a male friend for?
It's still not being insecure. It's still not being insecure.
Okay, so what would you? Because I hear
standards. Those are your standards. That's what you require. Those are your standards. It doesn't have nothing to do with being insecure.
Okay. I'm just asking because I hear
maybe they look at a preventative measure, because like us, we know how some guys are. So, you know, is it something?
I mean,
you've been always wanting to be with this girl.
It's not just always just the girl having the guy friends, and it could be both of us. So we're gonna say you can't have no female friends at all. You can't talk to no females. You can't this. You can't that. And I just don't. Okay, a friend, and you have to define the word friend, right? So I don't have any male friends. I don't have any female friends. I have acquaintances. So are we talking about you can't have male?
Man, you know what I'm talking. Listen,
and that's what I'm saying.
Stop with the word play.
Yeah, we talking about you want to go hang out with him. You go hang out with him.
I want to hang out with my. I want to hang out. I want to hang out with my gay guy friend.
Oh.
Yeah, don't do that. Right? That's who I want to hang out with.
Okay, you're not getting into all of that. We just talking about
that's why I just
friends.
No, it's not an insecure thing. Those are just your standards. Those are just your standards. Period. I don't want you hanging out with guys.
Okay. All right. I just asked because I hear a lot of women saying, "Oh, you know, a man is insecure if he, has this particular standard, or
it's crazy that women do say that, but they'll be the jealous quick if you hang around another woman."
Yeah.
They always say that man is insecure because they got a male friend, but bring another female around. And this is the thing, like I told with a homeboy, he had his woman get mad because he hang out with these girls. I said, look, man. I said, if you sit back and look at it, I said, would you lay down with any of them? Well, he went through that whole, I said, that's the point. I said, most guys that hang out with women do not hang out with a ugly woman. That best friend woman they got, he is not unattractive at all. I said, now, the unattractive ones, they're acquaintances. But the ones that look nice, they don't mind going to a movie with them, hanging out, meeting them, eating all this because it looks good for him. I hang out with beautiful women. I hang out with these good-looking girls, all this stuff. I ain't seen one dude yet that said he has a female best friend that was unattractive. Not one.
Hold on. I disagree with that. Well, I'm not going to say I disagree.
I said I've never seen a best friend that was unattractive.
Friends. I'm just going to be honest. Or hold on. Let me clear it up.
Well, I'm saying like going out, hanging out with them and like spending time with them.
I'll say that I don't find them attractive at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
right.
not. I don't know. Maybe they're just not ugly. They're just not attractive to me.
What
So
I'm saying is they are
I
nice
feel
looking women. You know, they're
like
nice.
there's
Even
nothing
they
nice
big,
about it.
small. They'll be a pretty, have a nice looking face. They dress nice. They're nice to go out with. Like, you know, she's nothing where you'll say, why is he hanging out with her? A woman that's well put together. They always have one of them that's their best friend, and they will hang out with them, go
Nah,
eat.
that's weird, man. That's
Think about it though. When they talk
why.
about it,
So, but why would you do that if you ain't trying to? Why would?
because they hoping that, like I said, they waiting for her to break that emergency glass. You know, that's all they waiting
Nah,
on.
that's not a friend, man. That's a potential, man.
That's what I'm
That's a
saying. That's what,
potential.
yeah, and that's why I was
Oh,
asking.
okay,
I
okay.
said, so
But
if
maybe
you had
that's why all my
opportunity,
friends is not.
right? That's why I
Nah,
tell
they
them.
ain't
I was
breaking
like,
no
they
emergency
waiting on her,
glass over here. Ain't no emergency going on. Okay, I can't
right?
help
They're
it.
waiting on the opportunity for her to have one bad day with her man, and he's there. Psst, break that emergency glass. I'm here, Superman. I got you.
Does
You
that
need
You
work?
think so?
I don't think. Nah,
I
man. That's a stuff. That's a.
it's always all you do is
That's
ask them.
Okay, let
predatory
me ask you this. Let me
behavior.
ask you this.
All you
When
gotta
they're
do is
going
ask him,
out,
would you hit it? Would you ever hit that if she gave you the opportunity? And he'll say yes.
that don't
That
make
means he looks at her
two different.
section.
I think. Nah.
That's predatory
It
behavior.
might be, but that's how they get up on them. I'm telling you.
No, that's not cool. So you saying you have at least one predator in your damn group?
No,
At
I don't
least.
have a group. No, I
I'm
said
not
I
saying
know
you.
dudes.
I'm saying in
No,
general. So
guys
the
move like
females,
that.
the females that hang around with guys, at least one of those is a predator.
Come out the guy. I ain't
Yeah,
gonna call
one
him
of
a
the guys.
predator. I'm not gonna call him a predator.
Nah, that's
No,
not
he's not a
predatory.
predator. He's just a man
He's
hunting.
on
He
the
see it.
prowl because my thing is, you're saying that when he's waiting for her to break the emergency glass,
Yeah,
so
he's
he's
waiting.
on the prowl.
Yeah, you can
Let
call it
me
how
ask-
you want. I ain't gonna call him no predator though. That's strong words.
Nah, that's
But
not.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
call
think.
nobody no
It is what
predator.
it is.
Well,
Call it what it is.
predators go after
It is.
things without their will. You know, they come and attack. I ain't saying he's gonna attack her. She's gonna willingly do whatever she's gonna do. But the thing is, he waiting for a
Waiting
moment.
for an opportunity.
Yeah, and just like women do. I don't call women predators, but they do the same thing.
Okay, check this
Now,
out.
but they
Check
will
this
have
out.
an
Right.
ugly friend though, because they'll hang out with an ugly friend. 'Cause he'll spend money. But I don't see dudes doing the same thing.
Oh my God! Wow,
So
that's
okay, so check
crazy.
this out, right? I'm gonna just give this from my point of view, with me just being the dude that I am, right? So if that dude had the opportunity to get access, right, like you said, and they would take that opportunity, to me, that's not the dude keeping the woman, the pretty woman around. That's the woman
Correct.
keeping him around.
Correct.
That's
She know
not
it.
him. So that's not that's not him keeping her around. That's her keeping him around.
No, all I said was there'll be a good. That's his friend. I ain't say he keep around.
They,
I said he'll be
is.
around her, the attractive woman. And if you ever ask, hey, bro, would you ever
But
get
he's not making the choice to be around her. She's making the choice to have
correct?
him.
She's allowing him to
her.
be around, and he's hanging around. Now she got the dude. I'm saying she got the dude at home. So he's there because she's allowing it. And so I'm asking him, bro, so you saying y'all good friends, it ain't like that. But if she gave you the opportunity, would you?
Yeah, that's
And
a
he
different type
says,
of dude.
yes.
Man.
Right there, I
That's a
know what he's
different.
up to. Like, dude, you just waiting, man. You know, and some dudes wait a long time.
That's
Yeah.
I don't know what to call a dude like
I'll
that.
tell you,
but
man. I checked the dude on.
I don't know, no, but I
man.
don't know a dude that would even operate like that. That's some
Man. Like I say, I've been around a lot of the military dudes and all this other stuff around. Because I'll come out and ask them just to see where they mind at. Like you saying that's your good friend. I say, look here, man. If she gave you the opportunity, what'd you do? Well, I mean, I'm saying, man, you know, if she gave me the opportunity, okay, that's why I said your ass ain't no friend. You want to get with her. And they start laughing and all that shit. Yeah, that's why I don't nope. They don't be hanging around my wife because we're gonna have some problems. Go hang around somebody else's wife. Yeah, we're gonna have some problems. Because they got a hidden agenda. You got to always think, like, what's the reason you feel like you need to go hang out with somebody else's woman so bad? Go get your own woman to hang out with. And why she needs to hang out with him so bad when you got a man at home. You know, there's questions and all that. Like, so why you feel you need to hang out with another man to
They
enjoy
always
yourself?
want to smash, yo. That's kind of crazy. That's crazy.
And I've seen women say it's for the money. They take them out and do all this stuff. But then you set up a situation. Yeah, you set up a situation.
Really what I think,
you really into him. you know, and he's doing all this, and you might have this dude show up at your man house, because even it was crazy when Kevin Samuels was doing his run. He would ask a lot of women, how did they find out their man was cheating? And the first thing they would say is, my friend told me. And he say, I guarantee your friend was male. Like, yes. Her male friend would always tell her what her man was doing.
Dirty Mac.
Yeah. Dirty Mac and times 10. Yeah. He's the hero. He's there to make her feel comfortable. I got you. I got you. Yeah, he ain't worth nothing. Look what he did. I just seen he better than that. You too good for that. I would never treat somebody as fine as you like that. They come with all that sweet shit, man.
That's some sucker business right there.
Oh, it is, bro. They there.
I mean,
they there.
It is what it is. But I don't think women. But I don't know. I ask you a lot. Once you're a friend with a dude like that, right? Once you've established like a friendship, could you still be attracted to him like that?
No.
Like, okay, because I don't know. Yo, once we friends, like, listen, it's already, look, this is what I'm looking for, right? If we can't do that, if that's not gonna happen, if that's not the direction, or if that's not how you, then that's it. I can't be your like, we friends, and then I don't think I'm being, what's the word, like, genuine if we friends, or I'm saying we're friends. However, if you offer me this, that, and the third, I'm going,
We're no longer friends at that point.
I don't even, I could, we ain't friends at no point if I'm I don't know. That's, I don't know. It's just different. Maybe okay, different people.
So let me ask you this. Lad. With every person that you meet or come across, this is just a question. Do you not have a direction that you want to go in with that person? I'm not saying.
Yeah.
Oh, so you get what I'm saying? Okay, cool.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's absolutely, yes.
So that what he's saying. That's why I say it's predatory behavior, because if you're going in there and you have a direction that you want to go in with every individual, if there's an individual in your friend group that says, I would smash, that you're just a fucking predator. Excuse me.
That's not that. I don't think that's predatory, though.
I mean, you don't have to be a predator where, he's 50 and you're 12. No, it is. Oh, you are preying on your friend. So you're preying when your friend becomes weak. You're going to kick in. You're going to put on your cape and you're going to fly in there like a superhero, right? That's predatory behavior. And so this is the thing for me. The thing for me is, like I said, every individual that I come across that will remain in my circle, there is a direction that I want to go in, or I want to follow, or I want you to lead me to something, right?
Right.
Or maybe I'm leading you. But that other shit, no. Once you cross the line, and if you even think you're going to cross the line, we need to cut it off. We can no longer be friends.
Yeah, that's
we can no longer like communicate. We can never, and especially, like I said, I'm the type of person that, I may have a crush on somebody, but once, and then you have a spouse, or you're going to have a spouse or whatever, that shit is gone. You've introduced me to your spouse or whoever's going to be, that shit is gone. And if we could still remain cordial and friends and walking in the direction that I'm trying to go in and you're trying to lead me to, it's cool. But outside of that, we can't even talk if that's your frame of mind. So right. Yeah, I would cut your ass off real quick when that happens. But as far as like,
yeah, thinking you can cross the line
at any point, no, sir, I'm good.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know. I don't have that in me. You know what I'm saying? For the most part, man, anything and everything I do is intentional. You understand what I'm saying? So I
Right.
can't. There's no. Yeah, but I would do this, and I. Nah, man. I don't. I don't know. I think that's for me. That would be too much confusion. Just for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't even. I hear spouses talking about, "Oh, that's my best friend." I don't even consider my wife my best friend at all. We're not friends. Once I look at her as a friend, I'm not. I can't. I'm not attracted. I'm not attracted to you. I'm sorry. So it's. You understand what I'm saying?
I
Like,
do.
yo,
I do.
you're not my friend. You're my wife. We can have great conversation. We can this. We can that. You are not my friend. I'm
Right. We're not
sorry.
falling in the friend zone.
We're not, I'm not. I'm not.
Mm.
No, you're not. You're not my friend. I just once I look at you as a friend, you're done. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Once we friends, I said I'm done. You know what I'm
I think
saying?
people just
So,
get caught up in this terminology with things and thinking it's all, yeah, my wife, my best
but you,
friend. No, she's not your best. My homeboy is my best friend, but my wife ain't. I don't sleep with my homeboy. You know,
now, if you married to a woman and that's your best friend, then how does she treat her best friend? Like
that what I'm saying.
y'all on the same
She lay
level?
down. She
You
lay
understand
down
what
with
I'm
her other
saying?
friends. You know,
Like, come on. You
like,
understand what I'm
damn,
saying?
you
Like
gotta you gotta separate
you
that
gotta
shit
be
somewhere.
right, right. You gotta be in a class. You have to be in a
Yeah,
class all by yourself.
yeah.
You gotta be in a class all by yourself.
Like I
You know what I'm
said,
saying?
everybody got this terminology now, recreating little sayings and all this other shit. And like you said, nobody probably ever thought about it. You know, you saying, I ain't my friend. You know, I look at it as a friend. That's the end of it. And that's why I look. I don't look at my wife as my best friend or friend. You know, not even my sons. I don't look at them like they're my friends. No, they're my kids. You know, and that's
And
my wife.
you gonna get some kickback for that. Like,
That's
and I
cool.
hear
Yeah,
I hear exactly what you're saying, because you
yeah,
can't friend zone. I mean, you, like I tell people, you don't do the things with your spouse that you do with your friends.
right.
You don't do that, right?
You
So I
got to
mean,
separate.
I get it, I understand it, but there's a lot of people be like, y'all ain't friends, y'all wasn't friends, blah blah blah. No,
No,
no, hell
no,
no.
no. Plus, I got friends, and then you got your wife or your girlfriend. You know, but you
Yeah.
ain't got that ain't your to be your best friend. That's all. You know, y'all have a connection. You know, and we get along well. Like meanwhile, we get along great. You know, but she go hang out with her best friend. I go hang out with some friends. I don't really have like a best friend, but I have friends and acquaintances. But you know, she got a homegirls. They've been friends from I don't know what. She go over and chill at their house and all this other stuff. That's what she say. That's her best friend. You know. Now if she just said
Yeah.
something with her best friend, we'll be having some problems. No, you don't.
Yeah, that's
You know,
just wild. So yeah. All
yeah,
right. So
man.
look, I got one more question I want to jump out. I got something else I'm gonna throw out here real quick. And I apologize if my screen go out. I'm doing two things at once, and if anybody knows me well, I cannot multitask. But I gotta start somewhere, right?
Yeah.
All right. So
I mean, I'm used to
question.
you, you know, setting it up. So I'm
Listen, I'm gonna change the name of the show from Live at 5 to Technical Difficulty. Like that's just
It's
gonna be
true.
the
right.
name of the
It's
show.
true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. What's more important in a relationship? Is it compatibility or is it chemistry? Just want to know your thoughts.
Hmm. I'm gonna say the chemistry.
You gonna say chemistry?
Hmm.
Locked and loaded. I need you to talk. I'm doing something else at the same time.
Yo,
I'm doing
yo,
this, so I
I,
can't
I,
talk. All right, you
I
got to
think
jump in there.
for me, it's compatibility. For me, it's compatibility. You gotta be compatible.
You got to
But
be compatible. Okay.
what needs
So
to be
now,
compatible about it? That's why I say chemistry.
Compatible. You have to be able to walk down this thing. You guys gotta be the yin and the yang. You got to. It's got to fit. It's got to fit like a puzzle.
Yeah, but that's why I consider it chemistry. We get along without all the other stuff. Now, if I'm compatible, that means we got similar things that make us want to be together. Like me and my wife, we totally opposite. I mean, totally opposite. But we have one thing in common is that's family. And so
Hold
we
up,
make yeah.
hold up. You got to clear that up.
No,
Y'all
I'm
ain't
yeah.
related. Y'all ain't
Huh?
related. You talking about y'all
No,
got something in common, fam? Oh, okay. Y'all got
no,
a
having
common.
like no
Okay.
building a family, having family. You know
All
doggone
right.
well what I'm talking
Listen,
about,
man.
But
man.
if you're
Listen,
not,
No,
man. We in the
if
South,
you're
man. I
not,
don't know. I done heard some
no,
stories,
ain't
if
that
man.
much
you're
South
not on the
going on.
same
We ain't in
page,
that
And
part of the South.
listen, and just in case anybody, you know what I'm
We're not-
saying, who's watching wasn't clear, you know what I'm saying? I don't want
no,
nobody to clip this up and be like, yo, look at this. You know what I
no,
mean?
no,
And then
no, no,
somebody
no,
doing
no,
a reaction. All right,
no.
I got
Hey,
you.
she
I
comes
got
from
you.
a big family. I didn't come from a big family.
if you're not
But
I got you.
compatible and you wanted children and she didn't want children, then you understand what I'm saying? You don't really, you got to be compatible. You've got to be. A family, okay, yeah, I get it.
no, I was just using that example of
No,
one of the
but give me
things
something else. Give
that
me
had
something
us
else.
chemistry. What like what? I mean, okay, we just like I told people when they said what made me want to be with her or whatever. I said I didn't have to do anything for us to really chill together, to enjoy each other. I didn't have to go out and buy a bunch of stuff. I didn't have to do a whole bunch of this and that. We just got around each other and the chemistry was good.
Absolutely. Okay.
And we just
I'm
had a
with
good
you on
time
that.
with each other. You know what I'm saying? I didn't
I'm
have to
with you.
go through the hoops and all this stuff. And she didn't have to do it with me. So that's what I mean by the chemistry was there. All the other stuff wasn't there. We, like I said, we totally opposite, but at the same time, she believes in having a strong family, building up, structure and all this stuff. That's
That's
what I want.
compatibility. I don't
Yeah,
think
that's
that's
just one
chemistry
thing.
though.
Yeah, but the chemistry was the first part I told you. That what made me want to be with her because it was easy being with her. It wasn't no work to be with her like that. You know what I mean?
So
It
is
just
that
worked when we
is
got together. We
That's
got together. I had a good
compatibility.
time with her. I just had a good time with her when we got together.
You guys were doing the same things. It wasn't
No,
chemistry.
no. We weren't doing the
yeah,
same.
I
I'm
think
just saying when we got together, it was just easy to be together. No matter
so.
what
Because
no matter what
you
we did.
guys were doing the same thing.
We did things together, yes.
Right.
But that's
Right.
not the compatibility that made it. That if you say you go to the movie, yeah, I want to go to the
Chemistry
movie
was
too.
after the
We're
fact.
compatible. No,
Okay.
no. What I'm
Okay.
saying, the
I'm
chemistry
trying to
is
get you to change
I
my mind.
no, I'm just saying the chemistry was no, I'm just
That's
being
I'm
honest.
all about changing my mind.
Yeah, but the
Okay, so hold up.
chemistry was I didn't when we got together, like we don't argue hard. We barely will argue. Barely. And so I can count the times we done got in a big argument. And it never lasted over 3 days if we ever got into anything. We just automatically get along well. So the chemistry is there. I mean, it's just there. I don't have to go and do a whole bunch of stuff
I don't think
to,
that's chemistry.
I
I
keep
don't know. I
saying
could be wrong.
I
I
mean,
could
what
be
would you
wrong,
call it
but I
then?
don't
It ain't
think that's chemistry.
compatibility because, like I said, we're opposite on a lot of things. Like my
Okay,
wife's
so hold on.
totally opposite
Okay,
of
hold on. Check
how
this out.
I
All right.
am. But
Unthink
it
says
works for
is
her and that works for me.
I got you. Unthink says is chemistry the initial spark and attraction, and compatibility is how well your goals and values match in the long run. See, so here it is. I think we got to actually
So it's a
break
maybe a
down.
combination.
Shout out
Maybe
to
a
you, Unthink,
combination.
on that one. Hmm?
What'd you say? I said, well, if she put it like that, yeah, maybe it's a combination. But initially, what got me with her was how well we got along, the chemistry. So, I mean, we've been
Okay.
together for a long time, so it's gonna be some compatibility now. We've been over 20 years. But initially getting together, it was that because that what I was noticing. That I ain't have to really, when I got with this young lady, we was cool. We just chilling. We had fun together. We ain't spent a whole bunch of money. We just hung out and had fun. So that what got it started. Now, I mean, getting married and having kids and all this shit, we're gonna have to have something in common. But initially, that what did it. And I tell you all the time, I say I didn't have to do a whole bunch of work. It
So
just
you're saying
happened, it just came together. It was just naturally.
initially it was the chemistry. Is that what you're
Correct.
saying?
Yes.
Okay. And if you had to define chemistry, right? How would you define it? Or
But based
if you
what I've
had to
been
break
telling y'all,
down,
that's how I'm defining it. What I'm saying.
no, you giving me examples. I mean, give me a
That's all I
definition.
can give you. I mean, it was just like we say, that's the chemistry, the way things was just when I got with her, we meet up or whatever you want to call it. She come over. We just enjoyed our company. We enjoyed each other's company really well without doing a lot of outside trying to get her to date. You know, like you say, like some people say, what they call it, what are they trying to? Damn, Locke said it earlier. But when you're trying to really date somebody and trying to make sure y'all get in a relationship,
Is that courting?
yeah, courting, all that stuff, they have to do all that. It just came together real easy. And I tell people all the time, I said, no, it just came
You
together.
courted, but you just courted in a different way.
Well, I wasn't courting her then when I first met her. But I'm just saying when we first initially met and started kicking it and doing all this and that, it wasn't that we was compatible and stuff, because we weren't.
When you
And
first
later
met her,
on,
the intent was not to have a long relationship with her?
no, because I was single. No, I wasn't trying to be in no long-term relationship with nobody at that time.
Okay.
No, no.
Locke, let me ask you, how would you define chemistry?
I don't even have a definition for that, because chemistry for me, chemistry, and I mean, like Unthink says, a spark. Is it like you're attracted? Is that what it is? I couldn't define chemistry, because I mean, if
I got you. I got
Yeah,
you.
it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to explain.
Okay,
I'm
so
trying
look,
to start, but compatibility, that's why I said, for me, I believe the compatibility, you have to have some common ground, some common goals, some common thing you want to accomplish with this person. He said his initial reaction was not to be in a long relationship because he was single, blase, blase. So, what is the word that you use? Intent. When you no, that's not the word that you use. When you when you
Lucky
I don't
said it. Now, then because I forgot it.
Right. Lucky says it a lot. He says I date with intent. It's intent.
Yeah.
The word is
right,
intent.
I said I'm intentional about
Intentional. There you
what
go.
it is
There
that
you
I'm
go.
trying
So
to do. Right.
he wasn't intentionally dating. He was just, okay, I'm gonna date this one. And I'm not trying to call you out, Mr. Nobody. I'm
Oh, I
just
was
saying.
single. I was dating. Yeah.
No, you was dating this one, but you had no intentions to really be in a relationship with anyone specific. But when you were compatible with the one that you decided to settle down with, it wasn't chemistry, it was compatibility. So
No, when I'm saying
I
initial,
got you. I mean, I'm
the
just saying,
initial part that got me to
for
be with
you
her was not
was
compatibility.
right.
It
It's
was the
chemistry,
chemistry
but
we
I'm
had.
saying what it looks like to me.
Oh,
Right?
okay. No,
What
you
it
said,
looks
I thought
like
you
to
was
me.
referring to me. Go ahead.
No, what it looks like to me. But go ahead, look. I forgot.
Yeah, no, yeah. So I'm trying to break it down, the difference, right, between chemistry and like
And maybe it's
compatibility from
the
the way that I
individual
see it.
thing, man.
And I'm
You know,
kind of along the lines of like how Unthink, when he asks, is chemistry the initial spark, you know what I'm saying? And attraction, and compatibility is how well your goals and values match. You know what I'm saying? Like in the long run, in the long term and stuff like that. So that goes back to what I was saying earlier, right? About how, again, my word intentional, right? I'm intentional about the things that I do, right? So if I'm interested in someone, if the chemistry, you know what I'm saying? The chemistry is there, then that's the thing. So I usually attach chemistry with, I don't really want to say lust, right? That's not the word I want to do, but I guess more of like the chemistry where we grown, right? In a sexual nature, you understand what I'm saying? That's how I always that's what chemistry is to me. You know what I'm saying?
A sexual part of it.
Compatibility. Yeah, it's just like, yo, I think we got great chemistry. I'm attracted to someone that I have chemistry with. For me, it's an attraction. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that's why I can separate, friendships, with women from I'm compatible with this person, but there is no chemistry here. And that's exactly why I can be friends with you. But if the opportunity came, I wouldn't touch you. You know what I'm saying? Simply because for me, you know what I'm saying? There's just no chemistry there. You know what I mean? That's why we're cool and we're friends, because
Right.
there is no chemistry. I couldn't maintain a friendship with someone with whom, for me, you know what I'm saying, there was that chemistry. You know what I'm saying? And I don't even know if chemistry goes both ways, because I can't determine how somebody else feels about me. I can only determine what chemistry I have for them. Like, you know what I'm saying? That vibe or that feeling or whatever. I don't know actually what they feel for me.
Hey, you know what, Locke?
I could keep you as my friend per se,
you can't keep me
because
as
of the
You
compatibility.
can't keep nobody keep me as nothing that I don't want to be kept.
I said me, right? I can keep you as my friend if we have compatibility and there's no chemistry. I don't
Correct.
want to have chemistry with you. I want to have
Compatibility.
Compatibility.
Right. I want us to be compatible. I don't want to have no chemistry with you. I'm not interested further than what we have in common.
Right.
You know
right.
what? I think it goes back to what you, because I can remember thinking that I need to be compatible with certain women I was kicking it with, and it never worked out.
Right.
Never.
Right.
I remember when what was that song back in the day where, what is that shit? We can be friends. Like, what was that shit? Something about,
it was like a love song. It was like a
it's
love
like a
song,
soul song.
like
Yeah. Where you can be friends and lovers and all this shit.
Yeah.
So I thought, I'm rolling through time and every time I get somebody, we got something compatible. We like this, we like that, Oh yeah, but that compatibility is maybe one or two things. We cool with that. Yeah. She liked sports. I like sports. Yeah. But we don't get along nowhere else. The chemistry was never there. We just had something we was compatible with. We like doing, And so when the situation hit me with my wife's situation, like I said, we hadn't even had sex yet. The chemistry was there. So we were just getting along. Just got along really well. To this day, we still get along really well. And so that part, the chemistry. Later on in life, yes, we did notice we had the goals, the family, things of that nature. But starting out, and that's why I stayed with her, because the chemistry, I guess then the compatibility linked up. But before, I always went with the compatibility. I didn't think about chemistry. And then
we went with compatibility.
Yeah, and never thought about
chemistry.
Not the chemistry like you talking about now. Now I'm talking about, we get down, but I'm looking at what we might have, in common. And it was always other stuff, just outside stuff.
That's what I'm saying. If we're just compatible, I can have you as my guy friend. I'm not trying to.
I think it's cool to be.
Right? I'm not trying to take you down, and I'm hoping that you're not trying to take me down, because there's no chemistry. But we are compatible. You understand what I'm saying? In some sense of the word of being compatible, we have some common goals. We have some common shit, but there's no chemistry.
I'm sorry, you could be with somebody with no chemistry though. I ain't gonna lie.
Huh?
I don't see how you can be with somebody with no chemistry.
That's what I'm saying. I'll put your ass in the friend zone, and that's where you will remain. You kind of get what I'm saying?
That was just about to be my next question.
But
that was just about to be my next question. Well, shout out to you, Unthink. I appreciate you, man. That was a good one right there, man. Got us thinking, man. Yeah. Can you hold on? Let me see. Unthink is back. Unthink running the show. Let me see. Chemistry feels more magnetic, whereas compatibility feels like balance and peace. Listen, this.
I don't know. I never get peace from my compatibility
on that one, man. Listen, I got it.
I think it's an individual thing, and like Locke said, that works for her, it didn't start out working for me. Down the line, yeah, but initially just being compatible because I failed at it so many times. So it wasn't on my list to be looking for. I'm looking for somebody I can just, get along with now off the bat. And that was my thing. And when it happened, it just happened out of the blue. I wasn't even expecting it,
So what comes first? What comes first? And I guess it's going to be a case by case basis. What comes first? Is it the chemistry or is it the compatibility? Or can one? Okay, what comes first? I'm gonna see if I could.
It's kind of hard because, like I said, I think it's just based off your past and what you already went through with somebody. Like I said, mine was I was thinking that's what I needed to do prior, and every time it went left when you do try to get this chemistry going with them. And so when I just
because I think chemistry doesn't. I don't think chemistry can be forced. I think it just has to be natural. So if you find somebody that you're compatible with,
and the chemistry never came, it never came. Yeah, it never came though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it never came where we was cool like that, and the relationship just flopped. But then when this one, I wasn't looking for it, none of that shit. But I just know I was like, damn, I get along with this chick really well. I got with him, we just hung out and had fun. It was just a real, like you said, that peace. It was just a peace. I always told my wife,
hold on.
Like I always told my wife, I said, you bring me, like people said, bring peace for real. She brings me peace. She has a real calm way about herself.
Hold on.
No, seriously, because I'm amped, and she brings that calm to that of what I got going. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so hold on.
High energy with that, and
okay, but hold on.
Not there. So that
so hold on. Balancing you out and bringing you peace. Those are the same? Do you consider those the same?
Yeah, for me, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
For me, not for everybody else. For me, like I said,
I don't see those the same, right? Only because I don't think somebody who's an unpeaceful person can be brought peace. I think peace is internal within somebody, so you can't bring peace to somebody that's just not a peaceful person. So I think a person has to have peace. Yeah, somebody can balance you.
I have peace in me. I ain't like I got peace in me.
No, but you were saying she brought you peace. So
no, I said she bring peace to me. Yes, because I always had a relationship that wasn't peaceful. Put it that way.
But were you an individual? Did you have peace within you? You was just in a bad relationship.
Yes, because I was by myself a lot. I'll be by myself. I got peace within myself. I ain't in the house acting a fool by myself.
So how does somebody bring
relationship wise? I'm looking at relationship wise. Yeah, relationship wise, it was always something. I don't like to get into big argument with women and stuff like that, but it was me. I was choosing wrong. You see, I was choosing wrong. And so I was choosing people that I would see it. I saw the red flags and ignored it. So no peace was brought in between it. And then I had to look at things different. Now I met somebody who was just a naturally peaceful person. It changed the way my moods were and how I reacted. So that's what I say when she brought the peace. She's a very low, peaceful person. She see good in everybody. You ain't never gonna see her raise her voice, unless it's at a basketball game or something like that. She's just a real peaceful person. Her mom is like that too. And so that's what I mean.
I got you. I get what you're saying. I just don't see it like that, right? So I'm gonna break it down how I see it, right? So this is just me. This is how I see it, right? I'm a peaceful person, right? Nobody can bring me peace because I have peace within me. Now, I can be in a relationship where someone is interrupting my peace. You understand what I'm saying? But you can't bring me peace. I already have my peace. You can either interrupt my peace or you can let me maintain my peace, right? So from a standpoint, if you're so custom, because like what you said, you were kind of used to, you know what I'm saying, relationships where it wasn't no peace. So now when somebody just allowed you to remain peaceful, you looked at it as they brought me peace. Whereas I look at it as you were already peaceful, but the people that you was allowing in your life was, you know what I'm saying, was interrupting your peace.
But it didn't come until she came. You see what I'm saying? So it
So
didn't happen.
So what you're saying is,
I'm not saying she brought me a bucket of happiness and peace. I'm just saying her body, her essence, whatever she had going on with her,
peaceful. She allowed you to remain peaceful.
Made me more of a peaceful person.
So you was the toxic one. So was you the toxic one?
I probably was. I'm
Oh,
gonna take you.
okay. I
Yeah, I probably
I
was.
got
I probably was
you.
because I was
got
the type
you.
where I like the Martin. You know, you got on my nerve. I tell you, get the hell out. You know, I
I don't
didn't.
think there's nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm just saying. They might call it toxic, but I also
Man, that's
I
protecting
dealt
your
with toxic
peace.
women. But see what I'm saying? I dealt with toxic women, and I knew it.
Oh, you dealt with time. Okay.
Yeah,
I
and I
got you.
knew it.
I've
And
never
so
dealt
when
with.
I got in that stage where it's like I'm gonna
I
start
got you.
looking a little better about who I'm starting to date and do things with, and
Okay,
so
I got you.
yeah,
I got you. I
and
got you.
so
I got you.
yeah.
I
And when
got you.
she came in the picture, I said, "Damn, this is what I've been missing. I've been missing a different type of woman." That's what it was.
Okay, I got you. I
Yeah.
got you. That's just okay. I got you. That's just how I see it because again, I've never dealt with what I'm saying, toxic women. So I've always been in a place of peace. The only thing a woman can do for me is interrupt my peace or allow me to remain in my peace.
You had one you
You
told me
understand
about.
what
I
I'm
ain't gonna
saying?
say it on here. You told me one now
Told you one what?
that wasn't as peace.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I was peaceful. But if I
Right.
told
You
you
say you
anything
never been
about anybody, I'm
in a
saying
relationship
someone
with somebody.
else
I was saying you
wasn't.
told me about one.
No, but what I'm saying is that was a situation that I may have been in where I allowed somebody to interrupt my peace. Interrupt my peace. If I'm in a toxic relationship, that means
Right, but
my
they
peace
was
is
the
being
toxic ones,
interrupted.
right? Yeah, they were the toxic ones. Right.
Right. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah. I ain't saying you
But
were one.
nobody can bring me peace. They can interrupt my peace. You
I mean,
understand what I'm
however
saying?
you
They
want to see
can't
it.
bring
Yeah.
me
I mean, if
peace.
that work, I mean, that's yeah, if it's for you,
Yeah,
that's how it works.
but you
Yeah.
made it clear that you were probably the toxic person. That's what I'm saying. I'm not the toxic.
Yeah.
Wasn't the toxic person. You know
Oh,
what I mean? So I
yeah,
didn't need
yeah. I'm
anybody
saying
to
I was
untoxify me. I didn't need to
right.
go through a detox. You needed to go through a detox. So maybe your lady detoxed you.
Might have. But like I
Yeah.
said, it's part of the thing we say growth. You know, when you
Mhm.
get to a certain point, you realize this shit doesn't work anymore. You got to change up what you're doing. And I would tell my nephews and all this: if you want a nicer looking woman, you want a nicer, I ain't gonna say nice looking, a better status or whatever you want to call it, woman. You want to upgrade, put it like that. Not trying to talk down, but about women. But if you want a nicer woman who got something going on, you got to change where you're going to look for these women. You know, you can't keep going to the same hole that you don't see these women hoping that one going to walk in there one day and boom, there it is. So you got to change some things about where you move, how you move. And so when I got to that point after that last relationship I had, I was like, just F it. You know, I'm going to move a little different. I ain't trying to just overlook shit no more, you know, because it's costing me now. It's costing me financially, all time, all kind of shit. You know, you dealing with people this, and it don't work out. And you know you should have just let this go a long time ago. But it's like, you know, I was just in that, I didn't give a F mode, you know. But over time, I look back, I was like, damn, I lost a lot of time fooling with this bullshit. You know.
But that
And
ain't
so
on her. That's on you.
that's what I said.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the one allowing it. So it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Right.
knew something they was a little toxic or whatever we would call it toxic now, but you know, girl would do crazy shit. Dog. I'm ignoring it because I deep down I really didn't care. I mean, when it come down to it, I really didn't care. But it affected me later on because I looked at all the time and the finances that I lost, not caring with this person, you know, or these people. So I lost a lot of time, lost a lot of money, and then I realized, you know, got to start doing things better than this, you know. And that's when everything, like one of them things, when you change your mindset, then all of a sudden some shit coming in that works for you.
Right.
So that what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was rolling wrong. That's all. I ain't gonna sit here and not admit, yeah, I was rolling wrong, man, rolling with the wrong chicks. You know?
I got you.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Hold on. One thing is back. Let me see. I've gravitated towards toxic women because in the past, a toxic relationship ended badly. And I'm trying to feel like I redeem myself when I get with a different woman that shares traits of an ex.
Ooh.
Mm,
You redeem
you
yourself
like
and you get back with
redeem
the woman that shares the same traits as the ex, the same type of toxic woman. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah,
You can't redeem if you get another toxic woman. I think break that down a little more, man.
no. Okay, so you know what? Maybe it's like Okay, so here's one of the things, right, that I speak on, right? Body over behavior, right? You have a lot of guys that are more intrigued
Definitely
by women and their bodies, right? I mean, we're men, so we're visual creatures, right? And so what happens is if you got a chick that she toxic, but she bad, you know what I mean?
right.
A lot of people will deal with that because she bad. You understand what I'm saying?
That was partially me too. That was partially
And
me.
so, okay, so you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Because yo,
Yeah, that
listen,
was
man,
partially me.
listen that body. Yo, listen,
Do
man,
it
that
to you every
body,
time. And then you get real like, man, goddamn, this ain't worth it, bro.
that body, man, that
It ain't
body will
worth
take
it.
us
God
out
dog it,
every
boy.
time, man.
That joker
Every
crazy.
time.
Joker
That
crazy
body
with
will,
that body.
yeah, that body will take us out all the time. And so what'll happen is, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, you probably just I don't really care about the toxicity as long as you know what I'm saying. I got access.
Right.
Then okay, cool. So he might be moving from you know what I'm saying, toxic woman to toxic woman simply because well, this one look better than you. So I'm justified or I redeem myself because you are 6. You know what I'm saying?
You
But
upgrade, but what's the toxicity
now
there?
I got an 8. So I'm putting up with an 8 with what I had to put up with you when you were 6. So I'm better off over here putting up with the foolishness with an 8 than I am a 6.
So basically, like, at least she looked good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, she looked better than you. You know what I
At
mean?
least she looked better than what I had. I upgraded in the looks, even though she got still some of the traits. Or maybe she upgraded in her professional fields and all this other stuff, but she still have those crazy traits, you know.
Yeah.
I've seen guys
listen,
do that, you know, but
look, man, women
crazy.
know. I think women know like who and how they can get over on somebody based on, you know what I'm saying, their body, because they know a lot of, you know what I'm saying, guys are just like, yo, listen, yo, I'm a baddie, so he gonna put up with this, that, and the third.
Oh yeah, I 100% agree.
Yeah.
They know, and they know which ones they're gonna come for. They know which ones coming
Lord,
for.
Lord.
They know what outfits to put on. They know.
What you got to say, Locke?
Y'all talking a lot about women and this shit and that shit, but you know, some of y'all is y'all like that toxic shit. Y'all attracted to that.
I spent a whole time talking about it.
Y'all like that. Y'all like that. Y'all not gonna marry it, but y'all gonna hit it. You understand what I'm saying?
See, the thing, we don't like the toxic.
And then more men, and so if women are toxic because you give them what they want instead of saying fuck it, I'm not gonna give you what you want. But see, like you're just attracted to that stuff. That's the stuff that you're attracted to.
What stuff? Be clear on the stuff that you're
Toxic
referring
shit.
to.
A body.
Women that are always arguing. Women that are because that's
they put up with it because she was fine.
Said. Look what she's
they
fine.
put up with it because she was fine. Yeah, the body.
But look at all the other stuff you got to put up with. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you, I am not the ugliest. I don't have the worst body. None of that. All right. But I'm just saying, every woman is not like that. But there's some, yes, there are some women that know what to do, how to get what they want. But it is the man that is approaching it and staying with it and getting with it and doing whatever he wants with it.
With it? What is it?
Hold on. The woman.
The body.
Dealing with the problem.
Body. Listen.
With the problems
you gotta
that come with that with that body.
Listen. Like I said, a lot
I've
of
talked
men,
to people and they be like, I said, okay, what is it that a man likes? Because a man be like, oh, I like this, or I like this on a woman, I like that, right? And there are guys that say it ain't what you look like. Because any man would approach any woman, right? If that be the case, then why are you always drawn to that nice body with the toxic shit going on?
It's the body. I'm telling you why.
Okay.
The same reason, listen, it's the same reason why women will put up with a man and his foolishness if he got a lot of money.
That's toxic.
Okay, but I'm telling you what the line is. I'm telling you
there's
what the line is. There's a
lot of us that won't do it, though. There's a lot of us that won't do it.
And for the men, and hold on. And for the men, there are a lot of men that won't put up with the toxicity just because of the body. So yes, I agree with you. Yes,
It's
yes.
just
But to say inherently that men like toxic women, nah, it's usually because of the body. Now, if you got somebody who's just toxic and they're attracted to toxicness because that's all they know, and that's all that's going to put up with them, then that can be a whole nother conversation. You understand what I'm saying? Because there's different levels. Some people know, yo, I'm trash, so I have to deal with trash. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I know I can't get A, B, C, and X, Y, Z because I'm not on that level. So because I'm toxic, I have to deal with toxic. You understand what I'm saying?
You have to change your mentality and don't think of yourself in that particular
I
way.
get that, but we're
Get
talking
past
about why it happens. We're not
that.
talking
Yes,
about how to fix it right now.
right, right.
Right.
It's crazy.
But
It's crazy.
if you don't know no better, you don't know how to do better. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be introduced to better to understand that there is better out there. If you don't, some people don't, I believe some people really probably don't realize that they're trash because they've been around it for
Definitely.
so long that they don't really understand. Like,
Right.
I don't really know how to, you know what I'm saying, do better or be better. It just, it feels different. I don't know anybody that's, you know what I'm saying? Their circle is, you know what I'm saying, trash or whatever the case may be. And so, you know what I mean? Everybody is not just
It's
comes
not a
out
cookie
right.
cutter. It's not a
Yeah,
Right.
cookie
A
cutter.
lot of people remain around people that like I say, they never learn because everybody moved that way. And so in their eyes, in their circle, and their families, this is how it always been. And they don't know how to get out of it because if they try, sadly enough, some family members would try to drag you back in it, down talk you, tell you, oh, you trying to do this, do that, and pull you right back down into their mess like they used to be.
right.
And now you can't pull out of it because I guess you ain't strong enough or you're so afraid you're gonna be different than the rest of them. But I mean, it's
That
there. Some
sounds
people,
like that situation with is, and it's not that she's toxic. So I'm not saying that because of that, but I'm just saying it sounds like that same situation of that singer and her family is coming out on her, talking about she ain't taking care of them, she ain't doing this.
You
exactly,
talk about
exactly. Yep,
You know what I'm talking about?
yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Prime
yeah.
example.
It's she trying to rise above her circumstances, and everybody want to go with her. And I always say you can't take everybody where you go.
No,
Sometimes
you
this
can't.
journey is not for you and me and everybody else. Sometimes this journey is for me myself. So you just got to learn how to rise above your circumstances, and whatever happens, happens.
Right. And the sister don't understand. She has risen up past who knows what. And she's still down here thinking that her sister's the same girl. She's not the same girl in the hood no more.
It's not just the one; it's the whole
The whole family
siblings
tripping off.
now. Yeah,
Now
they have
I don't think it's
the
everybody.
Just
brothers
I
two
don't
came
of
think
them.
out. The
I
brothers
don't
came
think it's
out.
every
Not all the whole family. It's the siblings. It's the several. Not all the siblings, but several of the siblings have come out and said something. And I just feel like her rise is her rise. If she wants to help anybody, she can. If she doesn't have to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's her choice.
But I think
yeah.
they looking at she's supposed to continue doing it. That's what, and even that little one that comes on, the little stud sister, whatever she is, she's thinking that you supposed to keep taking care of us. Now she keeps saying they all working at FedEx and all this stuff. So I'm like, why are you keep talking about y'all living in roaches and rats? I mean, sooner or later, y'all grown. You can flash this much cash, but you're still saying you living in roaches and rats. You know what I mean? So you're
Well,
not still living
it's
that life. Y'all growing up now. You're grown.
it's it's
You
it's
know,
the same. It's the
but
same. Like I said, it's
right, the
it's in several
mentality.
different families. Like the
Yeah,
Braxtons as well. I feel like the Braxtons the same situation. Tony was
yeah.
able to rise above that, and then here comes the other ones.
And she was always trying to take care of them, and
Right, and then
they
when
could
she
never come up. They could never come up.
right. So
Yeah. So you can't keep doing it until you broke, but trying to trash somebody's whole career, because they ain't doing for you or will not do because you're a grown person. So sooner or later, you got, don't care if it's the bare minimum, you got to do for yourself, you know. And she talking about, I'm driving a Malibu. Why I'm driving a Malibu? My sister Glow. I don't know. Maybe because you don't get along with your sister.
Could be. There has to be something. There has to be something there if she went live like that. And
she said 2 of them live down in Atlanta with her, and then she tries to, they down there just like to help or something. If they down in Atlanta with her, they living in a mansion with her. They living in that lifestyle with her. You know what I'm saying? So no matter how you look at it, they living a better life than what they were probably. But you just keep trying to downplay it. Now she's trying to, she's trying to kick this thing off and get streaming and do all these things. But you're gonna do it based off talking down on your sister, and then you're gonna reach out and start talking down about one of these other celebrities, and they're gonna put some real law violations on you that you don't know about, and put a halt to all that shit. Watch, because all you gotta do is do a cease and desist, and that all that stuff. Cease and desist. All you gotta do is do that. You're trying to you're trying to what they call defamer. You're just trying to defame her. So they can put that on her. If she can easily do that, and all that stops, all that little money online, all that stops. And now she got people sending her money. Like why would y'all send her money?
TMZ sent her some money, but that's beside the point.
No, they paid her for her to get on there and talk about
it. They paid her for her.
Her interview. For her interview. Right.
I got some interviews lined up and I'm gonna take care of my family. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, listen, she doing what everybody said do. They told her she got to get it out the mud. So she getting out the mud. This is how she getting it out the mud.
Yeah. But it's gonna have to change sooner or later. Like I said, if Gorilla put that on her, then you can't talk about her no more. So who you gonna talk about?
Toxic.
Yeah. So you got to figure out a new lane real quick before that happens. Because see, Glorilla got people that they getting paid from her, so they can't have her out here just slandering this girl. So they're gonna come through with some paperwork in a little bit. They're gonna put the brakes on her. But you're gonna start costing.
Let me ask you this: is it slander if what she's saying is true?
Well, see, that's the thing.
So hold on. If Glorilla hasn't helped, which I'm not saying she's obligated to.
I didn't say she was. What is it? It's another one. Damn, I don't know. But either way, that's the thing. Nobody can prove if it's true or not. But if you're just doing it, just to be doing it, then of course we're gonna see it that way. It's like,
but how would they stop her if it's true? If she can do it, as long as it's
legal. If they can prove to the courts that she's just doing it to defame her, then the court sign off on that cease and desist, then that stops right there.
So even if what she's saying is factual,
if the court said that she
stop somebody from saying something that's factual,
if the court sign it, the court sign off on it. If they see that she's just doing it to defame her, which she has come on there and said it several times, and so she really setting herself up to be hit with a lawsuit or something.
Wow, I didn't know you could stop somebody.
Because you got to prove, but if the judge see enough evidence that you are intentionally doing this to defame her or defame somebody or defame their business, then you could say something happened in childhood or this and that, but now you're going way beyond, and you're just making up stories and saying stuff,
But is it a made up story if it's true?
But she can't prove it's true. That's the thing. So now you just saying
that Glorilla didn't give money, you saying?
Right. Unless they ask the dad, like if you say, okay, for one, she said when he asked about the car, she wouldn't come out and say that Glorilla gave the dad.
I didn't watch the interview, so I don't know.
No, it was several clips. There's another clip. And yeah. So she's saying that, and that was the TMZ was talking to her too, one of them, and they asked her. He said, well, she gave the dad a Jaguar for his retirement, and she said, did you see it? Did you see it? He said, well, I ain't see it. He said it was a white Jaguar she gave. Her argument was, well, was it new? Was it new? You see what I'm saying? She wouldn't come out and just say, yeah, she gave him a Jaguar for his retirement, and she bought them a house. But she don't want to say that. Then she's talking, my dad still broke. He out here, dad just retired. Glorilla still give money to the mom and dad. She don't give it to the siblings. You see what I'm saying? So stuff can be, if they want to get a family thing, start arguing, but it seemed like it's just that one pushing. But you're not, now she still think Glorilla gonna give her some money. That's the crazy thing. She's
upset because this is what I gather. I don't know which one of the sisters. It might be the one that's talking, it might not, it might be the other one. But the artist, I don't know if it is Glorilla. If it is, whatever. But she offered her to be her assistant. And the girl said she had to be at her beck and call 24 hours a day, all kinds of times or whatever. But if you're an assistant, she said she was treating her like a slave. That's what she said. And then that's when she started doing all this talking or whatever. She's not getting no money, whatever. But if you're an assistant, if I'm your assistant and you quote me a dollar amount and you don't, and I give you the what is it, your job title, right? If it's to be in my beck and call 24 hours a day, and I offer you a dollar amount per month or whatever, however she paid her, and then she decided she didn't want to do that anymore. So the giving of the money, she wanted it freely. She did not want to work for it.
Correct.
So is that defaming her? I mean, she
that's
has
just one situation. No, it's what she's saying
she has
now.
ways to protect herself, I truly believe. But at some point, some people look at it, I guess, that all publicity is good publicity, and it is what it is. I mean, she getting her name out there.
I mean, it's good for her. That's why I said, but listen, the thing, like you were saying, the assistant thing. If that was the situation, you signed up to do it. Now, if you don't want to do it, because everybody knows celebrity, assistant to celebrities, you are going to be their slave. That's what you are. You're going to get them water, you're going to get them this, you're going to do whatever, make the call, pick up their laundry, whatever they do, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, if you don't want to do it, that's fine. Glorilla don't want to see no more money, you get on here, but there was something else she did. She, from what this guy, they were saying that she tried to do a backdoor deal on Glorilla. And the guy that she was doing it with sent the text and everything to Glorilla and asked her, did she know about it? And so Glorilla sent it to her and said, is this you? And the girl went and that's when she started spazzing out. And then Glorilla said, that's okay. You won't get nothing else from me. So that was supposedly kick this whole thing off. So it's a lot of shit. But when you go on in this family thing,
toxic.
I mean, like I said, she's doing it now because she's getting a lot of attention, and she's gonna keep doing, like I said, unless Glorilla and them put something on her. But Glorilla might let her get her money, let her get out there. Maybe so, but after a while, that's gonna get old, and you're gonna have to change, talk about something else. Now, if you start going at these celebrities, you just got to be ready, because I could see her getting on baddies or something. I could see that woman reaching out to her. Try to get on baddies and all that other stuff, probably get knocked out because she look like she's real short. But
what's baddie?
Shit, look like a female dog fight, pretty much. It's a show where she bring all these women on this show, and the primary thing is to fight when they tell you to fight. So they can be sitting there just talking and all this and this, and it's like somebody be like, okay, you and y'all had a problem yesterday. And they just, boom, start fighting. That's all the show is. And it's women. That's all it is. It's on, what was that network?
I don't know. I don't watch nothing like that. So
I think it was Zeus. I always see the clips. I don't, because it's on Zeus. So I don't have Zeus, none of that. But I always just see the clips. So they'll post the clips on like TikTok and stuff like that. But that's all I ever see them do. This fight. Ain't no storyline behind nothing. It just fight. And there's a couple more of these shows popping up like that now, but it's just women. And so I did see a piece of one of them. It was a clip, like an audition they did. And the audition was to just fight somebody that was in line for the audition. So the girl was talking. She said, so what can you do? What you about or whatever? And they were like, show us. So she just turned around and just ran at one of the girls standing in line. I was like, what kind of shit is this, man? But I was thinking it's gonna get canceled out, but this thing been running for years now. I was like,
it's probably all staged. You think it's all staged?
No, they getting swole up. They had to wear mouthpieces now.
Yeah, but I mean,
They'll get the
like
TikTok
they signed some paperwork saying like, yo, listen, it could pop off at any, you know what I'm saying? It could pop off
You're
at
not
any given
liable. Yeah,
time.
they're not liable for nothing.
Is
Okay, I
Baddies
got
the
you.
thing that Clarissa
I
came
got
from?
you.
Clarissa?
No.
The one that was
Uh,
with Blueface. What's her name?
Oh, she was on it. Yeah. She did end up getting on that. Yeah. She ended up getting on it, and
The one that turned into a boxer. She's supposed to be
yeah,
fighting next month or whatever. Yeah.
because she would throw hands real quick. So because she was fight with Blueface all the time, they put her on there. So then she started fighting with these girls like that, and I don't know what happened with her, but she had gone back to it. But
She's getting ready to fight somebody. I know that.
they
I
fired her because she got with
I
the
see the
contract.
commercial where she's in a box. She's training under
I think one of them streamers started some kind of boxing thing, and what was the white boy name? Aiden Ross, I think it is. I
what's
think he
that
started some
dude
kind of
that
boxing
always
thing.
walks around with a lot of money? What is his name? He's a boxer. Floyd
Mayweather.
I think she's fighting under his with his company. What's her name? Her name is not Clarissa. Clarissa is the one that's with Papoose. What is her name?
That's God dog, you may forget her name. Blueface.
You talking about the girl, Christian Rock?
Krishan.
Yeah, I don't know who she's fighting under, but I think it's under Aiden Ross has got this boxing thing now where you have these people coming on and like be some celebrities sometimes and some other people. He's trying to add it, build it up. But she's fighting in that. So I don't know who trained her up or whatever, but
Are you obligated to take care of your family? No, you ain't obligated to do shit.
No. You got these grown ass adults. I'm like, you need to take care of them.
No, you are not obligated to take care of nobody but yourself.
You have no obligation
and your children under 18.
Yeah, children. Okay, I get that. What about your parents? Right? Do you like? Okay, so your parents put up money, right? They spent money, you know what I'm saying, to raise you and stuff like that. I don't know, maybe the word is not obligated, right? But do you feel like a sense of like, you know what, let me just give back to my parents. They did.
Absolutely. Give back, but you're not obligated.
Okay.
Sadly, a lot of this stuff is how well they got treated. You got parents, but some parents are not really good parents, or like I said, it just depends on how they treated you. And that's what a lot of kids come back to.
I would, me being here and my mom being in California before she passed, I would send money back home, all the time. So it wasn't obligated. She was on Social Security, so they ain't getting that much. And even prior to then or whatever, but yeah, I would send money home. And it's not that I'm filthy rich or anything of that nature. I just, she
I think
was
everybody
good.
can help the parents out a little bit somewhere.
She was good to me, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, I guess it depends on people, when they feel like, how good your parents were to you. So yeah, I sent money. I'm not gonna say I took care of her because I couldn't take care of everything, but yeah, I donated to the cause, and whatever she needed or wanted, I would try to provide. Yeah. So your children, your parents, I
think some people get it.
No, I don't think siblings, aunts, uncles. No.
It's the same thing. You can look out for someone. You can hand them a little something here and there, but I can't take care of you. I'm talking about these siblings and all this outside, like mom and dad and stuff. You can try your best to do to make sure they're good. But all these other people that can get up and go to work, I can't sit here and give you a better life than I have. Because you can be working and still want me to help you. And now your life is becoming better than mine because you getting all your bills paid and I'm paying your bills. Now I have to pay my bills. That's like when family borrow money from you to pay their bills, but take their money to go vacation. That kind of shit. So you can't keep doing stuff like that.
Okay, so hold up. If you're doing something out of the kindness of your heart, why does it matter what they're doing with it, right? If they ask you, you know what I'm saying, can you help me pay my mortgage, right?
Right.
And you say, okay, I'm going to help you pay your mortgage.
Right.
Meanwhile, they had money for the mortgage, but they went on a trip. You did what you said you were going to do.
Correct.
You helped them with the mortgage.
Correct.
So why? So does it matter that they went on a trip?
If they want some more money, they do. Because that's going to stop as soon as I see you do that. So that's the point I'm making. Yeah, you can do it. But that money going to stop because now I see you're not putting the money where you say you need it.
They paid the mortgage.
No.
They needed it
They
for the
had
mortgage.
the money going on vacation. You could have paid your mortgage. But
no,
instead,
they couldn't have paid the mortgage.
That's if you paying me back. Now, if you pay me back, I don't care.
Okay, that's what I was going to lead to. That's okay.
Now,
That's
if
what
you paying me back, I don't care what you just need it for the moment to catch you up real quick. I don't care. You pay me back. Now, if you borrowing money and you, because be honest, I don't want to put nobody's business out there, but our situation, they going on cruises and going to the beach, and I wasn't getting my money back. So it's like 4 years then passed. Like, damn, am I going to get my money back?
You know, I lend money, but I don't lend
vacation
money
and vacation. You know,
if I can't afford to lose that money that I lent you, even though I get it in the back of my mind, I'm like, yeah, I lent it out, right? But I don't lend money that I really have the intent on getting back, because I just
when I was young, my pops taught me that there's no such thing as lend. It's give. That's it. Now, if you get it back, cool. If you don't, just understand you gave it away. There's no such thing. That's what my pops taught me. He said there's no, son, ain't no lend. It doesn't exist because you have the expectation that you're going to get it back. And expectations ruin everything. So if someone asks you, can they borrow some, just understand. You gotta have the mindset that you're giving it to them.
Right.
Now, if they give it back, cool. If they don't,
you're gonna have to learn. You have to learn that.
You gave it to them.
But you have to learn, because like I said, I don't put nobody business, but it was a close relative. And dire need, I'm gonna pay, they give you the whole story, how they gonna pay you back and all this, and this. Did it. And I didn't need it back. Let's get this. The thing that got me is you try to act like you forgot that you got the money from. And you and your family just having a great time. I'm just watching this shit. I'm just watching it. And then one day I just put him to the side and say, damn, dude, you gonna at least try to pay some of it back? And then when I said it, within 4 days, he gave me the money. I'm like, you could have just did this shit 3 years ago, man. But you just thought I was going to, because it was a good little bit of money. It wasn't no little money. You talking about you're going to lose your house and all this shit. Okay, I'm going to help you. Because like I said, I don't have a big family, so I'm trying to help you.
Okay, I'm going to help you. And see, that's what I'm saying. For me,
but so like I said, it wasn't no stranger. It's like I said, it's only a few of us. So
yeah, I mean,
I did what I needed to do. But my thing was, don't act like I didn't do it and just say fuck it.
I mean,
I will call you out on it, but now they will get nothing else from me. Nobody ain't getting shit from me now. So that's the thing that happened. You fucked it up. I mean, sorry, you messed it up.
I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me get the unthink. Unthink jumped out here. He said, I want to move to different states for career opportunities, but feel bad for leaving my parents in the state they reside in. What y'all think about that? Because I have experience in that. I could definitely speak
I
on
also have experience in that. I left my mom.
Let me ask you real quick. Do you the primary caretaker for your parents, or one of the caretakers for them? Or they still get around, I don't know how old your parents are. Are they still able to move around and do things, or you have to be there to help them do things in the home?
I don't think it's on you. All right, go ahead, Locke. I'm gonna let you talk about it.
So, I did leave for better opportunity, better career, better atmosphere, slower life. And I did leave my mom behind. But like I said, I still took care of the things that I needed to take care of from a distance. And so, yeah, that's what I did. And I felt bad for leaving her. She passed in the process. So, that kind of makes me feel even worse sometimes. But she understood, and I talked to her. And, if you talk to them and explain, you don't have to do no explaining. But I decided that I was going to explain to her what I was doing. But yeah, I still took care of what I needed to take care of. So there's nothing to feel bad about when you're growing. because you got to grow. You got to grow.
And sometimes you can go somewhere and do better. You can take care of them better financially. You know, even if you can afford to get them a house, you know, some care coming to the house, but you can make that money now to do it versus being there and struggling to take care of her. You know,
Right.
Yeah, absolutely,
he
absolutely.
said they can take care of
See,
themselves, and yeah, you make the move while they can still do that. I'm just referring to I'm answering his
right.
question.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I was in the same situation, and I got up out of it. You know, I mean, it is what it is. I got up
Yeah.
out of there. It's no, I don't. I was taught, man, that once you get a certain age, for me as a man, you're a man. You have to make it
Yeah.
on your own. You understand what I'm saying? That so I didn't feel any type of way when it was time for me to leave because it was me.
Yeah.
It was my opportunity, and I did what it is that I had to do. Now the crazy thing is, I left New York on Friday. My father died Saturday.
Damn.
Right? Saturday. Yeah, it was crazy.
Very next day, Saturday.
So the very next day,
Shit.
you know what I'm saying? And I was like, it was just crazy because I'm like, nah, like this can't be happening. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, my pops was sick. You know what I'm saying? Walking
Just
around the house, laughing,
yeah.
joking, da da da. You know what I'm saying? All of that. You know what I'm saying? He was like, "Son, you leaving me? You breaking my heart, son." And all of this. I was like, "Yo,
Oh
I gotta
man.
do what I gotta do." He's like, "Son, you're breaking my heart." You know what I'm saying? Like, but he know. Look, Dad, I'll send for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo,
Right.
when I
Right.
make it big, I'll send for you. But this is what I gotta do. You know what I mean? And so he understood it. He was like, "Okay, son, I got you." And go ahead and go out there and make something of yourself. You know what I'm saying? And actually, when I moved, that was the first time that I really felt like I was a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to say like I was a man, but I was just totally independent.
Right.
I
I'm
mean,
saying
it's
that
not
that
like I
first
was
time
living
You
with my
felt
you're
like
doing it all on
you
yourself.
grew your wings when you
right.
left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Right.
and
Right.
it's cool. It's not I'm free or nothing like that. You just feel a sense of I'm me. I got to take care of me. A sense of independence in a way.
In a way, because I was already independent, I already
Right,
had
right,
all
right,
of my
right,
own. It's not like I was living with them when I moved. I was already on my own doing my
right,
thing, but it was just, I don't know. I guess it was just a different feeling, like that I couldn't get in the car and just drive, you know what I'm saying, over and go see, you know what I'm
right,
saying, my mom's and my
right,
pops or whatever, you
right.
know what I'm saying? So I moved to a new place, new people. I didn't
New
know any,
state. Yeah.
just everything new, you know what I'm saying? New job, just everything brand new. So it was just,
But
it was just
that makes you it makes you find that motivation and energy inside you to make it. You know what I mean? To try to be something, you want to try to now I'm gonna try to get my own place. I'm gonna try to get my this. I'm gonna try to get this because it's just you doing it. Everything you do now is for you,
yeah,
and
but
I
it was
told my
already
son,
like that.
I'm saying, but you
I
moved to
never
another
had help.
state. Yeah, that was
I
saying you
never
moved to
had
another
help.
state and all that stuff. So, that's
Yeah,
a
I
totally
never
different
had
thing
help.
than
Like
moving out.
one thing my parents did, they never helped me. They never
Yes,
helped
I
me
was the same way. Mine couldn't help
along
me.
the way
I don't
with
have no money
anything.
to help me. Yeah.
They never, you gonna get your own place. Here you go, or here goes some front. No, no.
Right.
Everything that I got on my own.
Right.
But it was just different being in a totally, you know what I'm saying? Just a totally different place and just it was wow. So that was my first time just feeling, I guess maybe independent might be the word that I'm looking for. But then he passed away. So the very next day, I turned around, went back with my mom's. We planning, so now it was I was doubly independent. You know what I'm saying? I was
Right.
doubly independent because now the man who I could always just look to, just knowing that he was there, like he wasn't there. You know what I mean?
Mm.
So not only was I like, away from home, I guess you could say for the first time, but now, the man that raised me, he's no longer there. So now
Right.
it's really just me. You know what I'm saying? I've never felt that feeling before, even though it was always me, because he let me know, son, I ain't gonna take care of you. You're a grown man. It is what it is. If you need some help, you can come and ask me some questions. I'll point you in the right direction. But you ain't getting nothing out of my pockets. You ain't. And he instilled that in me. So you know what I'm saying. I've always been, knowing that I can't go to him for anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, just so me moving and then him passing away, just within a matter of a day, I was like, man, it's really just me.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think
now,
everybody, as a young man especially, should get away from their hometown. I've Herb got mine, like I said, for college. The other one, I ended up pushing them off into the Air Force, and I just got them out this surrounding at an early age. And like even my other one went into the Air Force, and my youngest, he went off to school, went to Clemson, and when he second year down there, he wanted to get his own place with his friends. You know how that works with them college kids. And I was like, okay, cool. You start your independence now. Even though I'm still helping you, you learning how to be on your own. The bills are on you, this type of stuff. And then the next year, him and just one of his friends, they went and got a little place. It's just like, cause first one's like 4 bedrooms, like 4 guys. So the second one, just him and his homeboy got one. All right. So the way this thing's set up, it's like, it's like 2, like split level, basically. So upstairs, big bedroom, bathroom, downstairs, same thing, but a living area. And then the last year, when he graduated and he went to get his MBA the last 2 years, he said he just wanted to stay down there and go to school and get his own place. And so I have no problem with it. You trying to do it on your own. I said, what I'll do, so you don't have to do all this working because you got to get this, working on your degree. I'll pay half of the rent. The rest is on you. Cool. Worked out, everything good, graduated, all this other stuff. Now he's doing his own thing. Got a great job. And the thing I tell people, you got to get them out this environment. Some people they're going to stay here. Like you're feeling bad for leaving because some parents will make you feel bad for leaving them. And they'll do that mess. And if you say, I don't want to go nowhere, oh, you don't have to go nowhere. You can just stay right here with me. But it's nothing here for me to do down here. I can't excel down here. You hadn't even excelled being here. So how is they going to excel? But a lot of people, because they don't want to be alone, and you got to be careful about that with some of these parents because they want their kids to stay because they don't want to be alone. And they'll trap their kids back here with that and not think, I mean, they don't think the kids going to think about it, but a lot of people can see it. You just don't want to be alone. That's why you want your kids to go away. And so you have to watch that with a lot of people. And I would tell all the time, no, you need to let them get out on their own. They come back, that's fine. Let them get out and get that first free, like you said, that first big real freedom, having your own place. And I always tell my nephew, I said, once you get your own place, you ain't gonna ever want to come back home, man. I was like, you ain't gonna never want to come back home. Believe me, get your first place, you never want to come back home. You might come home for a second, but you ready to go, go get me another place, whatever didn't work out, you ready to go again. You ain't ready to come back and stay at that house. But you got to give them that. And sometimes you got to push them to do it. But if you allow them to just sit around because of excuses, but I'm seeing it like secondhand right now with 2 parents that's not encouraging their kids to go off nowhere. And I don't know what they're going to do with them because they finished school. So what you want your kids to do, man?
Right.
It's crazy.
So we got Unthink again. He said, thanks for that advice. He said, I just feel guilty for leaving them when I don't know how long they'll be around. And like to make memories. But when I'm at my hometown, I just want to leave. You know what I'm saying?
But sometimes your parents are really appreciative of you when you go out and make something of yourself. A lot of people don't look at that. Like some parents, you might feel guilty for leaving, but they may love that you went out and made something else of yourself better than what you are. And that makes them feel good on the inside. Because I feel good when I see mine. I ain't gonna lie. They went out and did it, and I talk about it and I brag about it. If you want to call it bragging? Yes, I do. Because I'm proud of them doing it. You see what I'm saying? So we got to look at it that way. Now I miss them because now, like I said, me and my wife just empty nesters. Yeah. But that's just part of the game. I can go see them, but I need to go see them, But that's part of the game. They building their lives now. And so they grow in the family. That's what I say. They grow in the family. So you got to do it. You got to do it. I mean, it's just a thing, man. So I think if you need to make the move, make it now while they are able to move around and do things. And that way you can come see them. You don't have to worry about them, not eating and getting things done. If you can make enough money, you can send money home, little things that nature. But don't stagnate yourself, because when they are gone, you're still there
Right.
and you got to live. That
Right.
doesn't change that part. It's sad, but it doesn't change that part.
Oh,
Right.
I ain't had
his
parents
parents
in shit 26
his
years
parents
now.
are good. His parents
Yeah,
are good. And the thing is,
right.
I was gonna say that even if you stay, you don't know how many more memories you're gonna have. You
Exactly.
don't. I mean, you don't. No one knows when someone's gonna be gone. It's just like Luck said. He came, and the very next day, his dad passed. So
Mhm.
you don't know how long, someone's lifespan is, and I don't want to say like this, but you don't want to cheat yourself out of something that could have been if you don't take this leap. You
Yeah.
understand what
Yeah.
I'm saying? You don't want to stay
Absolutely.
Right.
stagnant in that situation, and then when you be in your 60s, you be like, well, I could have left this town when I don't know how old you are now, and think, but you don't want to. You want to seize the opportunity. You want to take that chance. You understand what I'm saying? And if
Yeah.
you feel like you're doing better for yourself, and that you can do better for yourself, take that leap. Take the leap.
You got to take the
Yeah.
leap. You got to. You got
Absolutely. I man, for a long time, I could laugh about it now, but for a long time, I walked around like, yo, I don't believe it. I killed my pops. Like,
to.
you understand what I'm saying? Because it was like,
Yeah.
yo, son, you're breaking my heart. And then, yo, so for a long time, I was just like, yo, this is crazy. You know what I'm
That's a
saying?
crazy situation,
But
though. That's a
yeah,
real,
yeah, it was
that
just
was a
it
wild
was just
situation.
wild.
So
So it just even now still I just be like, yo, what if I had not left? Would things be different? But you can't really go off of the what if and the coulda, woulda, shouldas and
depend on
all of that. You know
especially,
what I'm saying?
no,
So it just is what it is. But also, I think you got to think about it, man. If you leave, if you chase it now, y'all know I talk about grinding, I talk about working, I talk about getting money, and most importantly, I talk about purpose. You know what I'm saying? Listen, if you out here and you chasing your purpose, right? You out here, you grinding and you getting it. You might be in a better off situation to where when your parents do get to a point to where they need help financially,
you can do
with
it.
medication, with
Mhm.
doctor, with just whatever it is, you'll be that one who can now, like, okay, you know what? I got out here and I got it out the mud. I did what I had to do. Now let me take care of whatever it is that y'all need taken care of. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So, sometimes you actually leaving could actually work out. Now don't leave and just go, you know what I'm saying? Don't go out there and do nothing, man. You know what I'm
Oh, yeah,
saying?
you
Like
leave, you say for
but you
better
want
job and better opportunities.
right.
Yes.
You want your parents to be that and that inspiration for you to do whatever it is that you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't let it be about the money. Let it be about the reason why. And if the reason why is, I'm going out here so that at some point in time I can provide a better life for my parents, then everything that you're going to do to better yourself is going to essentially be so that your parents can live a better life when, you know what I'm saying, they're up there in age.
Yeah.
But you can't do that if you don't have any opportunities at home. You're just going to sit there and then, you know what I'm saying? Whatever's going to be, what it's going to be. But you
The
want to get
same
out there
stuff.
and put yourself in the best position that you possibly can so that now, essentially, when they need you, you can take care of them. Even if you got to send for them and say, yo, listen, I'm out here. Come on. I got y'all.
Right.
You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Come on. I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah. I mean,
You understand
I
what I'm
got two
saying?
I got two in their 30s, 35 and 34. And I got one in Texas and I got one in Virginia. None of them live where I'm at. And I tell them, I understand they be like, you out there by yourself, but I'm like, yo, I'm not really really by myself, because my take is, if I need you or if I need something from you because I'm the parent, and you feel like, hey, like you said, if I do get sick, or if I do get in a position where I cannot take care of myself, they're in positions to be able to help me in
Correct.
whatever I need. So yeah, I'm not it for me. Yes, I miss them and all that. I'm not gonna say I don't miss them, but I know that they're in a situation that is going to better their situation, and at the end of the day may better my situation. But we're between, I'm in the middle, you know what I'm saying? So one's over here and one's over there. I'm proud of my kids. Yeah, I miss them. But I
Right.
mean,
That's what I'm saying. But you're proud of them because of what they
I'm
become.
very proud of
Yeah.
my kids. I'm very
Right.
and because of the independence that they don't have to rely on me to make sure that they have what they need. You know what I'm saying? I guess I've done what I was supposed to do. And so of course, yeah, they call on me for stuff, I need, or,
Right.
a little advice, this, that, and the third, you know what I'm saying? But, I feel that it's better to give your child their independence. You know what I'm saying? And yes, I'm going to miss you. I don't want you to go. But at the end of the day, we really do want you to grow. So, yeah, the best
Yeah. I
thing for
think you
you
should
to
make
do
the
is
move. I
take
think
that leap. Yeah, take that leap.
yeah.
Yeah.
If it's a good opportunity, man, go for it. Like you said, make sure your parents are straight and plan everything out and make that move, man. And
Yeah.
like I said, most parents, they love to see their kids do something great. Then you can invite them out and see your new place. They won't come out, oh wow, yeah, my son doing this. They like to brag on their kids.
I
And
like to
man,
brag on my kids, my
hey,
grandkids. You
Yeah,
kind of get what I'm saying? It is
yeah,
what it is.
hey, listen, nobody, man. That's the one thing, man. That's the one thing that I really wish that I had right now. Like, I really wish I could just be like, hey, yo, dad, come out here. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, just come out
right.
here for the week. We going like, I want him to see. You know what I'm saying? For all the times when he used to be like, you little bad kid, you always messing up in school. And I mean, you understand what I'm saying? I want him to be able to see, like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And that's
because
even crazy than
I'm
that, man.
sure.
I'm looking at you talking about that, and you had so much more than I had. I didn't even have one at all. And so
Yeah,
listening, at least you had that much to even say that. So with
man, listen,
mine,
man.
that's why now with mine, I make sure I'm there.
Mhm.
So they say, yeah, come on out, come up here, you know what I'm saying, and do that stuff.
Yeah, yeah,
Because I remember where I ain't even my friends would go do stuff with their dads and all that stuff. And that shit do bother you when you kids. And you're just like, damn, I ain't even
really,
nothing. And I had one that well, I ain't gonna get into it, but either way, I didn't have that nowhere. No, not one time, not
man.
one thing. All I had was a mother up to a certain point. Then I left. I mean, she didn't pass away then. She passed away right before my son was born. But my youngest son about 25 years ago. But it was just, nowhere around. Nowhere.
Man, let me tell you something, man. I really wish. I'm telling you, man.
That's why I don't understand it.
That's the thing that I really
Yeah, I wish I'd have had
that
that what
really
you had.
gets
I
me,
wish I'd
man.
have had it. Yeah.
I wish I could just do like the things that my pops like like to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on,
Yeah.
dad, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, let's go. I know you like, let's go. I got you. And just let him, you know what I'm saying? Just be like a kid. You know what I'm saying? And just do whatever you want.
So that's what they do
Man,
with me now. Yeah.
mm,
Just they know what I like. So they when they get together, they try to do some stuff that I like, and doing little things. And that's why, man, I tell people, I say,
oh
man,
man,
pour into your kids, man. No matter what people tell you, try to help as much as they can, push your kids to be better. Man, I had people get on me because I'm pushing my kids to be better. Well, you shouldn't have to do that. No, I'm gonna be strict, I'm gonna be fair, and I'm gonna have structure.
that's how my pops was with me, man. My
And
pops ain't play.
and I had boys, and so I didn't have any girls, so I don't know how it is with girls, but I know boys because I know how I was, and I ain't want them to be like I was because I was, you couldn't tell me shit for a minute.
They can tell
I
me
was one
nothing
of
either.
them. I was one of
They
these
tell me
YNs out
nothing.
here. Nah, we gonna fight. You tell me something.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's
I
yeah,
was, yo, I was trash. I'm being
right.
honest with you.
Basically, oh
Yo,
yeah,
I was
basically that's what it was.
trash,
I
man.
would call I was a
But
knucklehead. I was a
but
knucklehead.
that's
I
why
didn't know
I
any better.
just that's why for so much that I want to show him like, yo, look, I turned. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if I was just a good kid all along, then it probably would have been like, whatever that. But nah, I want him to be like, yo, listen, man, for all that stress I put you through, man. Look, I got you. Don't look, you did a good job. I was listening. I wasn't, you know what I'm saying? But I was listening. So, you know. But yeah, it is what it is, man. But think, man, listen, you got to get out there and you got to do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Just make sure that if you're doing it, if it's going to be your why, if you're worried about them, just understand, like, let that be your motivation to do the best that you can do, because at some point they're going to need you. Because like my mother's a lot older now, and my mom's is, yeah, I feel some type of way now because, man, I'm not physically there. However, if my mother reaches out and she was like, yo, I need this, or I need that, or this is what's going on, or that's what's going on, it's not a problem. I can take care of it. You understand what I'm saying? I can take care of it with no problem. It's not what you need, Mom. Well, I'm having boom. What else you need, Mom? Oh well, boom. Like, it's not a problem. And I really don't think I would have been able to do that if I would have stayed. You know what I mean? So
I kind of want to piggyback off what you're saying. Um, if you're afraid to leave and you feel like you're afraid to leave them because of whatever, let them be your motivation on doing the right thing. Um, I mean, I don't know how you're doing now, as well as like, is your situation like providing for them and stuff like that. But I feel like in the end, at the end of the day, 60 is not. I mean, like I said, there's no age that says we're gonna leave at 61 or 62 or 80 or whatever. It doesn't matter what age they are. Um, because like you said, look, my mom wasn't ill when she passed away. Um, and she just passed away. And she was up there in age or whatever. She was 88 when she passed. And but she wasn't sick. She was up cooking, moving around, dancing, eating, um, looking after the grandkids, all kinds of stuff. My mom was still having a good time. And when she passed, she just passed. But she was my motivation at the end of the day, even though I left later on in my age. She was my motivation to stay on track, because I knew that, me being out here, um, and even though I was sending funds home and stuff like that, and yeah, they want that time. You want that time too. You want to be around them too. You want to take them here. You want to do this and do that. But overall, if let it just be your motivation. Let your parents be your motivation on doing the right thing. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if they're not here, you can say, just as Lucky said, look where I'm at. I'm doing a good job. You guided me in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Had he not left home, I can't say that he would be doing the same thing that he's doing right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you gotta you tell your kids how to be. You raise them up in a certain aspect. You gotta hope that they're gonna do the right thing. And so, you're doing right by even considering their feelings and how you feel like they're gonna be taken care of when you're not there. But you got to move on, and you got to press on. If, like I said, the opportunities are better, then you just gotta jump out there and do it. Even
especially,
if you're struggling trying to do it. You know what I'm saying?
listen, especially if you was a trash kid like me.
Yeah.
Listen, nah, I wasn't that bad. I don't, I really wasn't that bad. I really think I was just the average boy. You know what I'm
Just
saying?
boy,
I really think I was just,
boys being boys.
I think,
Yeah, 'cause
I don't think I was.
everybody was around our way was pretty much rambunctious, and we was just a wild bunch of dudes. It was a bunch of us in our neighborhood, like a lot of boys, a lot of us.
Yeah. So
We just
I don't
yeah,
think I was really that bad. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I did get in trouble in school, and just the regular stuff. You know,
right. I
but
ain't go to
it
jail,
just
none of that crap.
it
But
feels good. Yeah, um, yeah, yeah. He made it clear not to call him if I ever got arrested, and yeah, I just knew not to call. Like, you got one phone call, I knew not to call him. Matter of fact, though, like my first time, my little run in, I didn't call nobody. I sat there and it was just like, yo, I got myself into this, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I have to get myself out. You know what I
yeah,
mean? It wasn't until years later, what was I doing? I was doing something, and it just came up that I had like an infraction, minor, a couple of minor infractions.
Still on your
But it was
thing.
just like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was like, what is this? And I was like, oh yeah. Um, you know what I mean?
Some stuff you got to
Nothing wild,
explain.
nothing wild, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Nothing too crazy or anything. You know what I'm saying? So but again, you know what I'm saying? If you just, wanna kind of redeem yourself and all of that, man, it's just a great feeling to just be able to be like, yo, look what I did. I mean, it's the best feeling in the world to
Right.
look what I did. Like you need me, I got you. Especially for a man. It's just whether it's your family, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's your family, I got it. It's taken care. That's just the best feeling. It's a bad day when your family or somebody who depends on you needs something, it ain't nothing you can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That it's just, I don't know. I don't like feeling like that. I just, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? So yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
I
He said
think what did he say? Put his family through hell.
He said, I'll definitely put my parents through hell.
Yeah. So they waiting on you to make some moves, man. They're waiting to see you do better. I mean, let's be honest. I tell a lot of kids, man. I talk to a lot of kids, and I tell them all the time. Like everybody think making your parents proud is staying up under them and helping them around the way. But a lot of them want you to branch out and create something for yourself. You know,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like going out to visit your kids at their place. Ain't nothing like that shit, man. And just go hang out with them. I'm gonna come up and hang out with you and your wife and your girlfriend, whatever y'all got going on, and just go have lunch with them. Meet up, go have lunch. Ain't nothing like it, man. You
Now
know,
listen,
like
every time I go back home, my mom's she's barely moving around. You know what I mean? But she gotta get up and make me pancakes.
bro,
It's
that's my
crazy.
wife for them boys now and they friends. My other son come on about 500 friends. She gonna get up and cook.
Yo, that's how my mom. I'm like,
Cook
Mom,
each and every one. What
sit
y'all?
down. We can go out. I let's go, Mom.
It ain't
Where
the
would you
same.
like to go to eat?
Mm,
No, she's
It's
sick there, man, and
they
she's
gonna fix
struggling.
something.
I'm helping her. Come on, Mom. We going got it. Yo, and she'll sit there and like watch me eat pancake. I feel like I'm like a little kid again. Like we just
That's
sitting
what
right
she
there at
see
the
though.
table
That's what she
eating
see.
pancakes, and yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's what they
wild.
see. They see their
It's
little
wild.
baby, a baby boy
Yeah,
back in the house, and you
yeah,
got to give him the moment, man. You got to give it to him.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know.
It's wild. It's
'Cause,
wild.
yeah, I don't even say
So
that
yeah,
to my wife.
man.
I just say something to her. My son come home and wake up the next. She up cooking all that. I'm looking at her like, yo, hey man, now you ain't do this shit for me
Right,
yesterday.
right.
This nigga just got here. This nigga just got here. Now you got a whole
because we become weak for our kids.
got the whole counter full of
We
stuff. You
do, we
fixing up.
do, and not to say that that if you ain't like even so. I know this gonna sound funny, but even if you coming home from jail, right? You've been in jail for 3-4 years and shit. We still do the same thing.
Right, because they missed your kid. They
Yeah,
miss him.
it's just.
Yeah.
I mean, we become weak for our kids. We really do.
And the guys, they just want them around, hang around, talk to me. Come on, sit down
Well,
with me. Come
it's
have
not
a
really
drink or
just
whatever. Yeah.
it's remembering what you like to eat and remembering it's nostalgic when she is sitting in front of you and you're eating what she prepared.
Let me ask
I
you
just
something. Let me ask you something real quick. Is that the same thing? Cause we talking like the sons. Is that the same thing when the daughter? I don't see it too much. Like I said, I don't have girls, so I don't see it like that. But do the mothers still do all that when the daughters come home?
yes.
They do all that stuff too. And
Yes. It's the things that we do for our kids. And it's more so when okay, so like with my daughter, I'm more nostalgic when she cooks something that I have cooked for her as a child and
mm,
she's preparing it for her kids,
gotcha. Gotcha.
right? Um, and watching them enjoy it just as she enjoyed it when she was a kid. So, like, I mean, it's for like for the sons, it's just crazy. It's crazy. Like my son has this big old thing. He likes lasagna, but he don't like when I don't like when somebody else cook it because it don't be cooking. It don't taste the same. It's not
Yeah.
but it's a bunch of bullshit. It's still lasagna, right?
You
But
want
y'all
you
see a
want mama's
difference.
lasagna.
Right, right, right. It's the
It's
same
like to
thing.
this day, no. Now my mother-in-law makes some good potato salad, but my mom made the best potato salad and banana pudding in the whole world. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't nobody beat her on that yet. And I tell my wife, I said, yeah, your mom, she's good. But if my mom was still around, she'd have made hers. I say she'd have got her. She'd have got her. But because we
Yeah,
used to eat
man,
that
it's
all
just
the time,
nostalgic.
man.
It's just like the
Yeah.
nostalgia of that relationship that you have with your parents. It don't matter shit. Like I said, you didn't came home from a stint 3 years. You know what I'm saying? We still doing the same shit.
Yeah. Anytime they go to college, they can be gone for 6 months. They come home, they tear up the whole kitchen, let them in.
Right.
Cooking stuff. You need something? What you need? Like, man,
We
stop
could go
letting
out
me
and eat. I know we could go out and eat, but we don't want to go out and eat. We want you to,
And plus, they want to enjoy the time right there with you.
And like Lex said, I try to go in there and help her, and she'd be like, "Nah, she got it. Yeah, she don't need your help right now.
She want to
Because
do it.
you don't know all the ingredients. You don't know how to stir it like she stirs it. You don't know none of that, according to the parent. You understand what I'm saying?
Because they don't have a written down. They know it.
No. I mean, and you could do the same things they do, but they just, we just feel like, hey, no, we don't need your help.
But you know what a problem is nowadays is a lot of these younger parents are too quick to want to do other things than doing these things we're talking about, what like our parents used to do with us, and we do something with our kids. A lot of these young kids now having kids, they got 5, 6-year-old kids, but they don't sit down and eat with them. They don't, do certain little things. Most of them eating fast food on the run type stuff.
My mom had this thing, and you just brought me to this. My mom had this thing where every other weekend there's a pizza house she would go to, and she would I would take her, and she want pizza nuts and a beer, but it wasn't like in the bottle or in the can. It was in the cup. What's that glass called that you put in the freezer?
It's a beer.
It's the cup that you put. It's a mug, a beer mug.
Oh, I know you're talking about one of them frosty mugs.
Yeah, so she would go get that every other weekend. And my siblings be like, she's blah, blah, blah. Now, my mom, like I said, when she passed, she was 88. So, like, she was up there in age, and they was like, she don't need that. I'm like, you know what? All the shit she done did for you and gave you, now you trying to stop her from doing what she, let her do whatever she want to do. And I'm going to be the one to take her because I don't give a damn what she does. You kind of get what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's just the nostalgic of you taking care of your parent, it just reversed at that point.
I look at my wife and her sister, how they take care of their mom now. Their dad passed and all this stuff is really her. Grandkids stay at the house sometimes, but we make sure everything's good with her. But they take her on trips, like they take her places.
Right.
She never done while she was married and all this other stuff. Like I don't remember her ever saying she flew on a plane whatsoever. But now she flying. They take on trips. Just them three go, and they go do stuff with her and all this other stuff. And we go on to Aruba, but she was going to go to Aruba with us. She changed her mind. I think that would have been her first overseas flight, vacation or something. But now they have the money and the means to do this with their mom, to help keep the house up, the house they all grew up in and stuff like that. And that's why I tell people, get out and get situated. So if your parents do need you, you are able to do it.
Absolutely.
And if she couldn't do it, we have the opportunity. She can come and stay with one of us, So we have the capabilities for that. So it's a thing. You put yourself in a position to be able, if that's your goal, to make sure you do for your parents. But you got to get in a position to do that. The same thing for your kids. You can't take care of your kids. You're in a good position. And I tell a lot of people, you got to get away sometimes, man. You can't make it here when nobody else is making it here. You got to get out and go. Especially where things cost now, you definitely got to get out and go do something.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, y'all, we'll check it out. I think it was a great conversation. We talked about a few different things. I want to shout out to I thought you was gonna be gone, man.
Yeah, I put it on, but I'm watching it.
I see you over there looking. Shout
That's
out to
neither my
everybody that was
team,
in
so
the
I ain't
chat.
too pumped. But I'm sorry, what's that?
No, you good. I'm just shouting out everybody, you know what I'm saying, who watched the stream. Definitely Unthink, man. Shout out to you. You definitely added a lot to the conversation. I think it was a pretty
Yeah.
good conversation. And that's it. That's all I got, man. Anybody else got anything else, or we good?
I think it was good, man. I mean, it got us talking about some different things, and maybe, like I said, help Unthink. So maybe it helps somebody else that happen to see the screen that,
Oh yeah,
you know, just things people don't usually talk about.
right. Absolutely,
And so
absolutely.
I enjoyed the conversation, just sharing some things in different levels. And I think more people need to do that and tell their kids to go out and do things versus stay here with me. You know, get out
Mm,
and make them, you know, make yourself proud, but make your parents proud sometimes. So your parent, like I said, I love bragging about my kids, man. So hey, it's the best feeling in the world when your kids get out and do something. They made it. You know,
mm,
they made their own thing, school, everything else. So I just tell everybody to do it, man, because you just don't know the feeling that you've given up by not telling them to get out and they able to make it on their own. That's a big statement, man. When you got a kid still under 20, 25 years old, they make it on their own. Shit. I mean,
mm.
that's what you want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
So,
absolutely.
And my thing,
Unthink. Oh, go
what I
ahead.
want to shout out to Unthink is that you now see that you see it from a mother's perspective as well as a father's perspective.
right.
That we do, regardless of you, whether you leave in your 20s, 30s, 40s, that we do want you to leave, and not leave like that, but for greater opportunities. That, you know, it's not always stick around, and, you know, we want you up under the shoulder, because, you know, we can all see that you are looking for a way to prepare a better seat at the end of the day for your parents. So yeah, go out
Yeah.
there, jump out there and do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Totally agree.
Absolutely, absolutely. Just do it. All right. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all, and we're gonna get up out of here. All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
All right. Peace. Hey, y'all hang out in the back room for a minute.